And welcome everybody to Monday Night Ron. I'm Blaine Singletary here on. Hang on a sec. We're having a echo here. My bad. Always awkward. Anyway, again, welcome to Monday Night Ron. I am Blaine Singletary, and I'm joined tonight by Jay from the USPML. Well, that's not PML. There's a difference, right? I
Pacific
learned that.
Mahjong League.
Yes, Pacific Mahjong League to differentiate that there. Jay joining me on the mic tonight here for the American Ricci Mahjong League. We have a ton of action heading your way tonight. We're going to be starting off with an A2 matchup here as we get to the main view, starting in just a couple of minutes here. Jay, it is midway through the season now. What are your thoughts so far? Any games you've seen, any games you've played so far? How's the season going for you?
It's been a fun season. I've been running really good, so yeah, I don't know. Not much to say, but I've just been having really good games. I don't know. I feel like I don't deserve it, but sometimes you run good, sometimes you run bad.
Yeah, I mean, there's always that luck factor in this, of course. And looking at the current scores here, it looks like we're having players from about the middle of the A2 division here. We have Eric, Julian, Damien, and Sarah going head to head to head to head today. Yeah, lots of A1s going on as well. This is an A2 match, though. I'm going to fix that on the screen here just a little bit. But we have Sarah currently in promotion range after 8 games at 95.7, a pretty impressive score there. And the other two kind of hanging around the middle right now. Eric with
Yeah, we're,
21.4, Julian 16.7.
yeah, we're kind of in like the middle of the season, so it's like these scores are still really tentative. I think like you can go up 50 in a session, 60 in a session, so I guess Eric and Julian are definitely fighting here.
And there's the gong. We are underway. East 1, and the Dora is 4 pin. Right now, with our dealer's hand, with Naroth, that's Damien starting us off as dealer. Very nicely looking so far. 2 sets completed already. Might be looking at a Junchan here if all goes well, but still a little bit to iron out. Meanwhile, Juchan, not to be confused, Julian here, on the right has some decent looking shapes forming up there. And an early pwn called across the way by Eric, calling the Hatsu. Looks like this might also be a contender for quick hand. And on the left, Wolfos, that's Sarah, has an interesting looking Ipeco shape, perhaps. This could also be a contender heading our way.
Yeah, it's looking at Sanshoku actually, like 456 Sanshoku looks like almost confirmed here. So,
Oh, yeah, that too,
uh,
yeah. And
oh
here's
well,
the Ricci. Not gonna
who's
go
that?
for that necessarily, but
I think
could get
that's
a
fine.
Peiko.
Richie Tanya Alpine Food Dora too. That's a huge hand already.
Peiko if you pick up 6 pin as well.
Yeah. Wow. All right, let's see what Damien does here. Yeah, I'm just gonna bail. Makes sense.
Yeah, I could definitely see that here when you've got some pretty early offense coming from just the way to you there.
Yeah, it's actually the 6 pin would deal into both people. Yeah, both people.
That's
Could
true,
be a
yeah.
double run.
And a good
Doesn't
read
look like it'll
there
come
hanging
out.
on to it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would deal into Eric's hand as well. Looking at just Hatsu no Mi there. Well, oh no shot at Dora necessarily.
Yeah, could upgrade with Dora, but a lot of the Dora are gone.
Yeah.
Looks like he'll bail off. Makes sense with your 1 hand seeing zero Dora.
Mm-hmm. We also have the 3 pin being dangerous here. I think that's maybe a fold from Damien there.
Yeah, I think like leaving the option of Chitoy open, maybe, but
That's one of those Yaku you can easily find yourself backed into when you are backing away, trying to defend.
yeah, I think he's
Can be
just playing
quite
around the
tempting.
Dora. If he draws another Dora, he'll go for Chitoy. If he doesn't, then he's just gonna hard bail, probably.
Right.
It's getting
Yes, we're
pretty late.
looking at a turn 3 Ricci. Of course, as you mentioned, it is getting late now. So we'll see final decisions here.
So this is interesting. Eric looks like he made it to like very close to Honitsu, so that might convince him to push, make his hand a little more valuable, but
Hmm. Yeah, it could be.
still Tenpai, which is actually really impressive.
If he can hold on to 10 pi, that's just enough, just a little bit of points at least. Oh, but the last minute pickup of
Ooh.
6 pin, it means this one's going to get scored and have a seriously big start to this game. With
Yeah,
2
that's great.
Uradora, that's a Baimon.
Oh man, what a start.
Incredible. 17,000 points heading the way of Wolfos here for Sarah. And as we reorient ourselves going into East 2 now, uh, we're seeing the aftermath of that now. Everyone's below 30k, gonna fight to get back to that spot. So right now, Juchan's hand, we see decent shapes here. We see a pair of the 1 pin at the moment, a pair of the Haku as well. But nothing really completed just yet. We'll keep an eye on that one.
Yeah, the hand on the right is also kind of slow, but that's a nice fill. Looking kind of just like Pinfu. If yeah, I guess now it's like probably just gonna be Richie Nomi. It's hard to get value with that hand. I guess you have a Dora. On
That
top,
is, well, yeah, once again, 4 pin is the Dora.
yeah, top we have an okay hand. It's like the shapes aren't great, but you have like one completed block. And on the left, that just looks like Tanya. Looks like
Tanya
you
with
just
2 Dora, mind you.
yeah. Oh
So,
yeah.
yeah.
Tanya call when you're fast, be decently large hand.
But speaking of calling fast, dealer now 2 calls in and could be finishing this one up pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, it's
that
always
puts him to
scary
10
making these.
pi.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
Waiting on 8 pin, 5 pin here. 8 pin just discarded by Eric, who's holding on to a copy of each. See if these players are able to read it, but there goes Eric. He's going to reach for it. He's waiting on 9 so, 6 so, but that'll be the 8
Oh,
pin that goes to the hand of Julian here.
yeah. Can't be too sad with that. It's only a small hand. I guess
Right.
Eric's a little sad, but
Well, it's all good for Julian here. Continuing this dealer hand now, or dealer round, I should say. 6 pin is the Dora here, and much more complete looking hand here, I think. Well, it's not complete yet, but it's further along the way. 4, 5, 6, 7, that could turn into a good pair shape, but you have pairs in this hand already, so we'll see what he does with that. I'm What's catching my eye is on the left right now, that already
yeah.
locked in Hatsu. Sadly, the rest of this hand is going to need to start to put up here. Um, you might go
Yeah,
for a flush, but you're kind of even in all the suits, so maybe not.
it looks like Chanta, but like even Chanta is so sad because you're just getting that one extra Han. Like it's like it makes it seem like your hand's valuable, but it's really not.
Right.
But it might just be like a Richi Hatsu and then play for Oradora, or because you just don't have anything near Dora to play with here. Oh,
And
that'll be
as
good
we've
though.
seen, the Uradora is biting tonight early on.
Yeah,
Well, there's the Dora 6 pin after you've just discarded the block it belongs to. Hmm.
yeah. Looks like maybe maybe Damien's trying to play for like Dora Tonki or something. Um, just call end up on the Tonki of 6 fin.
Yeah, could be. Oh, there's another 6 pin now, so don't need to worry about Tonki when you've got the pair already.
Yeah, what do you cut here?
Yeah, I mean, you just kind of have to pick a
Makes
block.
sense. Yeah, just cut a block. Yeah, I'd be kind of inclined to play 6 blocks there. Just cut the 7 one. But this is also a good strategy. Just try to pull into Tempai.
That certainly works out here. Looking across the way, Sarah's hand is Ishan 10 now. That is 10 pi. I was having to kind of count that up again in my head, but there we go. Waiting on the 5 pin, 8 pin here for a pretty nice looking hand, to be honest.
Yeah, Ricci Dora, pretty good.
Especially when you're that far ahead, you don't need a whole lot of points, so just kind of assert your dominance on the table and go for it.
Oh, interesting. This sucks. I guess you could
Um,
just stay on the 5 pin, but the 2 so doesn't look good either.
hmm. Yeah, it's going to get
Okay.
called, and he's right back in the seat, though, so. Hmm. How well is he reading that 5 pin? Hmm. Might
Okay, I think
be.
just playing for Cheat Toy.
Yeah, I was about to say, this looks like a Cheetoy play here, and if you get the other 5 pins, so much the better. But there's an Ipeco shape,
Oh, that's
but
Template.
it is 10 pi for Cheetoy. Not going to take it, though.
Okay.
Doesn't want to wait on the 9 or the 5 here.
I guess the 9 looks kind of bad because it's Tsuchi to Dora.
That is
Uh,
true. That's very true.
but
See how the players react to this.
yeah, Damien is just making a run for it, trying to win his small hand. His 2 pin is oh, there's one left, so
Oh.
possible.
It is still possible. Only 10 draws left. But I guess at this point, more likely it's in the dead wall. This hand just keeps coming together in different ways for the dealer, but it'll be Eric picking up this one with
Oh
Seat
wow.
Wind and Dora. Very quick pick there.
Yeah. All right.
And
This
as
dealer hand
we.
looks really good. This looks
Oh,
like
yes, it does.
just like Pinfu. You can accept Dora. You can take Itsu. Some like far shots of Sanshoku. So dealer has. Oh, it's not dealer. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I
Julian
was just had
has
to
a
move it
nice hand.
around. But yeah, Julian has a good hand, of course. But
Yeah,
Eric's hand, not too shabby.
not bad.
We're seeing good shapes here so far. Nothing complete, but it's coming together. And Tenno might have frozen on us. It's been having some. It's been having some moods today. Let's just say.
Yeah, let's just refresh it.
Let's
See what
try
happens.
refreshing here. See what happens. And it appears we're back.
Cool.
There we go. So we see our dealer has called Hatsu since we refreshed here. And now another call in. Looks like they might be steering for Honitsu here, but you could also get some value from Dora as well.
Yeah, I really like this. Like, you really want to make this hand more than 1,500, but leaving all the options open.
Mm-hmm. And look at the hand across the way. Uh, Anko of 3 Mon already locked in. Some good shapes around it, surrounding it. May not catch up with this dealer hand here, but might have a shot.
Yeah, it's like dealer found the Dora, so gonna be kind of
Hmm.
backing off the Honitsu, which makes sense. Still needs to
Yeah,
make a pair, which might be challenging with this hand.
could just pick up the Dora pair. That would
It's true.
completely replace the need for Honitsu at that point.
There is one left.
Yeah.
Uh,
Especially with
is
that floating 9 Mon, I think it's the right move here.
that Tempai for Sarah? No, very close though. Ishanten. Very close to Painfu Tempai. I'm curious if Sarah would like Riichi this. Probably Riichi this, like Riichi or just Painfu Dora. But
Hmm.
when you're like Mega first, I'm always never really sure how to play that. Okay,
Yeah,
calling for
she's
Ishanten.
Shanten, very close. Meanwhile, dealer moving into 10 pi with that, waiting on 1 Mon. Tonki wait.
Okay, Julian sensing some danger and honestly kind of folding out right now, which is It's unfortunate because he folded a turn early, but it's actually like
Uh,
good. It means he won't deal in.
yeah, uh, an extra ounce of prevention here, but that'll be Sarah now calling Ricci as we head into the third row. Three pin, 6 pin is the weights here.
Yeah.
That looks like pin food Dora 1. Oh, this could be a chance to upgrade. Yes, he's going to upgrade this shape now. He can win. The dealer can win on 4 mon, 7 mon.
Yeah. There are two 4 mons, one 7 mon left. Oh, actually, no, no 7 mons left. So,
Right. So
yeah,
it's a better weight on paper, but as we can see, it's a little bit harder to get. But doesn't matter. There it is. 4 mon for Hatsu Dora 1.
yeah,
Cool 39 will put him above 30K and continue the dealership here. 3 pins the door this time. We have already a nice looking almost Ipeco shape here, but you could turn that into many different things with that 5 mon alongside it as well. Good pair also in that point. We see Sarah making an early call of the south for a hand that is otherwise still going to need some help, though that 8 mon pickup is a good one for sure.
hmm
See across the way, good shapes in the hand for Naroth there. Coming
yeah.
together.
It's looking kind of like Tanya across. You like the shapes are a little awkward, but if you cut the 9 mon, you kind of just get Tanya, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And on the left, also it looks Tanya. It actually looks like 234 Sanshoku as well, which is kind of cool.
Always a
Uh,
good thing to add on top.
yeah.
But right now, picking up honors, so he's going to need that to stop.
Yeah, dealer is now. Is that Ishanten? Yeah, that's Ishanten.
Wow,
Pretty
together
like
very
wide
quickly.
Ishanten. Yeah,
Could also be 234 Sanshoku here. In fact, this is looking even closer to it.
yeah, definitely. Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Is that
drops.
Tenpai? That
Not
is Tenpai.
quite. Well, it is Tenpai, you're right. I would be
It's
waiting
just a
on 3
really
so.
bad Tenpai. I guess.
Yeah,
Wait. Oh, but it is Sanshoku, so it's like Dora Sanshoku.
yeah,
5200, not reaching because bad weight. Makes
right.
sense.
But
Oh,
a
sorry,
better weight
dealer.
for Sarah is going to come to fruition here, picking up 1,300 points on South Nomi. Picks up those points and the dealership here as we head into East 4. 3 mon is the door this time. And
Cool.
what a nice looking hand for Sarah here. I
Is a
mean,
nice hand.
very nice shape so far.
Yeah, on the right, that looks a little bit slower, but you have the what Haku pair, so you can just kind of call and go if you need to.
Mm.
On top, that also looks like a relatively slow hand, but you have now, I guess, two complete sequences. That's not bad. And on the left, you have a lot of pairs. I
And
guess
a
now you
whole
have a
triplet,
triplet.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's hard to do anything with that hand though with the West pair because you can't make Tanya. You're a little far from Toy Toy.
And it's not your
So
seat wind or anything.
yeah, it's a little awkward. It might just come out of the hand to be honest at some point.
Yeah.
Just but
Especially when you see Damien here making another call.
oh wow, that's another one. That's another eight.
Yeah. 789, he has options here. In a perfect world, maybe you get Chanta out of this, but you could also get a half flush as well. Has the door as well, so I mean, you've got lots of scoring opportunities here.
I
It's very
wonder why he
flexible.
cut 7-1. I think the correct cut probably there is
Hmm.
3 pain. Maybe actually I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean, 3 pin is to take advantage of flexibility. I'd say if you wanted to go
Yeah.
for Chanta, you'd go ahead and drop the 5 mon now. But oh, looks like he's just going
Yeah.
for pure speed here. Going to jump right into Tenpai, waiting on 3 pin Tonki wait.
Interesting. I guess he's just gonna swap that out as soon as he can.
Like right there? Like right now.
Yeah.
One mon, four mon now, and four mon picked up by Eric. That could come out here if he's not careful.
Yeah, this is
Hmm.
Eric's hand just looks like a hand that's never gonna complete. So yeah, he's
Yeah,
just kind of bailing, which is I think a really good move there.
absolutely.
I, I might have just gone west west to be honest to leave yourself
Hmm.
Tanyo as not, but
Yeah.
yeah, this is also fine.
Julian calling Ricci now, waiting on that's five Montonki. All right,
Huh.
but it
It's
has
four or
Dora
five.
three. You have Dora
Yeah.
three, so I mean it's a bad weight, but
It's 4 or 5 here.
yeah. Well,
Because you're
oh,
waiting
four or
the
five.
land.
You're right. You're right. It's a
Yeah.
much. It's actually quite a good weight.
Yeah. It's a
We
yeah.
saw. We're seeing now. We're seeing not Julian, Damien now, leaving Tenpai, not wanting a part of this. Well, now back in Tenpai, 8 pin.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
now
the four
joining the
might come
fray
out.
is Wolfos. Sarah joining in now. 3 so. Yes, as Red Zone pointing out. Well, it was a Suji trap, but that'll be White Dragon Dora for Damien, picking up a cool 4,000 as we head into the South round.
Alright. So this dealer hand looks okay. And that's a really nice fill, but it's still quite a way to go. On the right, you have painful looking hand. On top, not the best shapes. Kind of. You could make. Yeah, I don't even know what to do with that.
This is a
Kind of.
very, I mean, even looking at the left, it's kind of a ho hum starting
Yeah.
part for everybody here. So,
Yeah.
some
It looks
people
like
like to
dealer might
take,
be best off.
yeah, and now you've got a completed sequence here, some good pairs, and now you got a Hatsu, you got Yaku locked in. Not a lot of points here, but your dealer, just make the most of it and stay on.
Yeah, Iri Shunton just trying to get another dealership.
But that'll be
On
Ricci
the
already. I mean,
wow.
that is quite the catch up there for Julian. Wow. Looks almost nothing like it, even though only three tiles have been switched out. There'll be
Yeah.
9 mon, 6 mon wait there.
Yeah, it's just Richie Pinfu, but definitely puts pressure on everyone else.
6 mon drawn by dealer, but that's going to help this hand. And now he is 10 pi as well, 8 pin, 5 pin.
Oh yeah, that is strange. Julian dropped the 8 1 instead of 5 1. Uh, instead on
Oh,
the Ipeco.
yeah, interesting. I mean, I love Ipeco. That's probably my favorite Yaku. But yeah, decides not to go for it here. Very interesting. Let's see, 9 mon now picked up, but I believe Sarah is going to try and fold this one.
I mean, if you want, you can.
And now we're just continuing here. Dealer now is 10 pi on just a Tonki weight of 1 pin. Not a great weight, but probably looking to evade a little bit here, waiting for just a simple weight if you can get it. Here you've got 4 mon coming out, so he's going to try that. 1 pin just picked up across the way, or at least a little bit ago. Looks like it got picked up.
Yeah, that's how you get value in any hand. You just Doratanki and
Yep.
get a little bit.
No one's going to drop that, I don't think.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Nope.
One left.
One left in the wall. 5 draws to go here. And that will be it.
Yeah.
Last 1 pin in the dead wall as we go to a draw here with Julian and Damien picking up 1,500 apiece. Now this Looks more like it at first, but you do
Yeah,
have
it's
a lot of work to
actually
do.
yeah, it's hard to like come up with a game plan with a hand like this because you really want to like just rush like Honitsu, but you really have like such a balanced hand. All right.
Okay, now it gets interesting. Now it really gets interesting. I mean, you kind of have almost
Okay.
you. We want to go for a flush here, maybe. I mean,
Yeah, I think
I think
yeah,
that
because I
might be
like
your,
this.
hmm especially on the Dora suit here. You've got Dora in hand, in fact. So
Yeah, but you don't need to hard commit. I think that's one important thing here. Like, I think like
right,
the red dragon actually is probably like a good drop here.
hmm
Uh, just
which
to like
no more
okay, yeah,
Daisangen here because the two red dragons are out. But yep, there you
yeah.
go. So now he can do whatever he wants and still get two Han.
Oh,
Three
just
Han
drops
if you pick
Sora.
up South as well. Oh yeah,
Ah,
abandoning Dora. He wants to really smash and grab this one, I think.
I guess this kind of locks the hand at like I guess if you get the south, it's like
Or you pick up the
58.
three. Yeah, there you go. He's 10 pie now, waiting on that South, or 5 so will deal as well. We haven't looked at the other hands though. Look at the one on the left here. We're seeing a very, looks like a straight coming together,
Oh
but
wow, is
maybe
that
looking to just,
Tenpai?
um,
No,
not
oh it
quite.
is
Oh,
right.
it is. Yes, he's
Five.
just waiting on 5 so as well.
So
Oh,
just
that,
doesn't want to reach you, which is very reasonable. But yeah,
right.
this is hard.
But it'll be
Oh,
the South that ends up in this hand, adding a lot of extra foo. Well, just a little bit more. That'll bring him to 33,000, heading above that 30,000 mark as we continue with this South 1 round with two Honba. 6 pin is the Dora here, and already looking great for the dealer. You have one, well, just one sequence right now, but many more that can come together with just the right stuff.
yeah, very flexible hand. On the right seems like it's like an okay hand. You have like one completed, or I guess two completed sequences, but you have the white dragon that you can call really quickly. On
And
top,
Dora.
also not a shabby. Oh, and Dora, and Dora. On top, not a shabby hand either. Everyone seems pretty good actually. Even on the left, it
Mm-hmm.
seems like a pretty fast, like kind of not Tanya, but maybe like Pain Fu or something. Um,
Yeah,
yeah,
looking
I feel
more
like
like
mhm.
everyone's kind of balanced once again, but this time in a better state. Then again, even in the poorer state we saw before, things moved very quickly. So,
Yeah, it looks like Julian's kind of locking in the white dragon in his pair right now. Especially because one cut, I don't think that's too bad. He's just playing 6 blocks with the floating 5. Curious what he cuts here, though.
yeah, you could turn one of those blocks in. Oh, puts it back. Okay.
Huh.
Could keep the 3 and then have something for the 5 to float with. But that'll be
Yeah,
10
I guess.
pi across the way now. 1 pin, 4 pin are the weights here.
That's not Pinfu. That's just. I guess they really want the Sanshoku upgrade. Sanshoku and Dora upgrade.
Mm-hmm.
Um, which makes sense. It's kind of like a +3 upgrade, but the chance of drawing Dora is pretty low. So, curious like when Eric is going to choose to reach this hand.
We see the ones coming out, but that's not gonna. There's no Yaku in this hand until he throws the stick.
Ah, that would have the other Sanshoku. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna give up Sanshoku here after you see that. Like, oh come on, I gotta get this now. So 1 pin looks great. It looks safe having two just come out, and he picks it up
Uh,
anyway. So there we
okay.
go.
Oh, Dreichi
It is,
Patsumo.
yeah, Ipatsumo with an Ura on top for Mangan. It's going to turn things around in Eric's favor for sure. In fact, that
Just
gives him
wait
the
two
lead.
turns. Guess just wait 2 turns. I guess you're gonna eat pots. Um,
So, in a, yeah. I mean, they always, I mean, the wisdom I've been hearing is it always pays to wait a little bit for a better weight. In this case, the weight stayed the same, but it turned out to set up the perfect board state to, well, for other people to deal in, but turned out it was just a wall read here.
yeah. Yeah. All right. This
It is
hand
South
looks
2. Right, go
very
ahead.
sad. It's kind of just infinite
Mm.
kanchans.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Kanchan's everywhere you look. If they
it's a
gave a
nice
Yaku
draw.
for odd numbers, he'd have it.
Yep.
Or be a
Tells.
Shanten for it, at least.
Yeah, on the right, it's okay. You're stuck with that penchant, but it's like workable. On top. Oh, that's a nice draw. I think this hand just what is this? I guess you can call the south and then just go for a fast hand here. You don't really have any Dora, so
That's true.
uh, yeah.
You're in a good spot
Um,
score wise, and that could even direct hit off the dealer. I mean, sorry, the leader. You could catch up with him.
yeah, yeah, it's true. It's south too, so like you need to start thinking about like whether you want to make like bigger hands or just try to
Mm.
stay afloat. Let's
Let's
see.
see, lots of pairs on the left. Well, a couple of pairs. But you have some decent shapes here in those blocks.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what to do with that hand. You're also like kind of stuck with a lot of conchants there. You're kind of missing a
Yeah.
block as well. I think like
Well,
one far reaching thing is like Itsu maybe, if you can like do that. But yeah.
has a lot of he has all the evens while the dealer had all the odds to start with. Now the dealer's hand has been coming together nicely. You have a nice three-sided shape for the Manzu, but still got to find
Yeah.
ways to fill stuff in, and lo and behold, that's one way to do it.
Oh, that's really nice. Yeah, I hate when you get stuck with those two Ryonkans because they just take too many tiles and then you end up on a Kanchan. Um, yeah, I like this. I think
It'll be 10
I
pi
guess
now.
yeah, which weight did it take?
Choose
I guess if
between
you take the 567, you can upgrade to Sanshoku, or you can just Riichi. Yeah, makes sense.
gonna reach for the 4 pin here. We see two locked up in the hand on the left.
Yeah. It looks kind of like. I mean, it is a Suji trap, but I'm not sure if it's going to work.
I
Uh,
don't think Naroth's gonna drop them. Those fit well. In some
yeah.
cases, maybe. But now we've got another reach here, 6 mon and south.
Oh, wow. Now the South is just dangling in Damien's hand.
Hmm.
Going to probably bail against Riichi's. Yeah, that makes sense. And now has like all the winning tiles.
Yep. The hand just gets more and more dangerous. Yeah, another Nakasuji trap here. It's just kind of a standoff now. See if
Yep.
anybody chokes on this. But I
Yeah,
think,
there's like one south left, and then there's one 4 pin left, so it
right.
really is as even as you could get.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's the 7 pin. 6. Wall's helping everyone bail out completely, and that'll be it. With Julian and Sarah picking up 1,500 points apiece. And we started with Sarah being far and away the leader. But now that we're in South 2, things look quite different with a pretty close game on our hands. Julian starting off dealer again with a lot of honors. Could be looking at, well, I was going to say half flush, but with that shape, might want to just cash this one in quickly, grab some points, and move on to the next dealer turn. Well, that's Sarah calling an early south. And in that hand, well, it's looking pretty nicely put together so far. Good shapes of the moment. Good.
Yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Well, I was just about to look at the hand on the left here, which is that is a nice pickup for it. Could be looking at a pure straight here, or perhaps other things. Depends on what you want to do with the other suits in this case.
Yeah, I was trying to count the number of pairs. They only have three or two pairs, but it looks like you have more ones that look
Hmm.
kind of clumped. Uh, like Sarah, cause just has like her. I guess she has four blocks, but they're not the best blocks.
Hmm.
Um, let's see. Eric's hand actually looks pretty decently fast. I
But here
think it's
comes
Ishan 10.
Julian,
Yeah.
almost 10 pi here with that Ipe Ko.
Well,
Love
I
to
think
see.
that was 10 pi. He just doesn't want to take it. Uh, the 5-mon Kanchan.
Yeah, not the best of weights there. So good 10 pi
Yeah.
break for sure. Hmm. That might
Yeah,
have
5-mon
put
was
him
too
back
10.
into it. Yeah, there you go. Shanpon weight, 6 pin, and Chun.
Yeah, looks like the Chinzol actually looks to be live. So curious what
Yeah,
Sarah's gonna do if she draws it. Oh, it looks like she's bailing out anyway. It doesn't matter.
yeah.
Oh, is that Tenpai?
For Eric, well, not quite.
Not exactly.
It's close though. It's Ishan 10.
Yeah. And the 7 doesn't look that bad against the 4, so I'm just pushing the Suji.
Hmm.
Okay.
Interesting to see how everybody reacts to this. Of course, the 6 pins are spoken for. One sits atop the dead wall. The other one's locked up in Eric's hand pretty tightly.
Yeah, looks like Eric's pushing. No, he's no, still safe tiles. I see.
Right.
Sarah looks like she can get back into Tenpai pretty easily.
But would this be worth pushing? I'm not really seeing the value here.
Yeah, if you can do it safely, I guess. Pinzu looks really bad against this Ricci.
Yeah.
Um,
No Pingzu at all dropped from the dealer yet.
yeah.
Hmm. Well, that's 10 pi now for Eric. Waiting on 7 pin. Or, wait a minute, that.
It's just a Shabo
It
of
is a shot.
18,
Okay.
19.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah.
No, it's
Oh,
it's
I could.
interesting. I guess he has a Dora,
Yeah.
but it's just
You could also win
so
off of. Well, no. It is just a Shabo.
yeah.
It's a
He, sorry?
confusing. It's a confusing looking weight.
No, definitely. I think you also have so many upgrades. You can like upgrade to Pinfu, so he doesn't really want to reach you. But he also just kind of wants to take the 10 pi and just run, to be honest. With like,
Interestingly enough, no sign of the Chuns, both in the dead wall here. So that'll be another draw with Julian and Eric getting 1,500 apiece.
yeah.
Crazy. Those didn't come out at all. Sometimes that happens when you set aside 14 tiles in a do not draw pile. Well, South
Honestly.
2. Yeah, South 2 continuing now to Honba. The door this time is north. We see one of those in Julian's hand, but I'm not really seeing. Well, I'm not seeing much out of this hand right now, so maybe he hangs on to that in case something comes up.
Yeah, on the right seems like a okay hand. Not the best shape. It's gonna be kind of slow.
Across the way, we had
Let's
an early call with the 7-mon Chi. It looks like Sarah's going to try to go for Tanyao here.
Yeah, it looks like it's the hand definitely supports Tanya, but the hand is slow, so if someone reaches, like you're gonna be in trouble. So I'd be a little careful with that chi. But
Hmm.
guess we'll see. But it looks like Damien's also going for kind of a fast hand. He looks actually like pretty close to Honitsu. Um,
Hmm.
3 tiles
Yeah,
away. Okay, that's a great
two
draw.
floating tiles, so yeah, there goes the 5. It's going to get called, though, by the dealer now with an Anko of East sitting in the pocket. But that's about
Yeah.
it. You have a lot of pairs at this point in a Kanchan, so you've got a lot you still got to kind of work
Yeah,
together
the
here.
Conchon will be filled real fast as soon as Damien drops that 5 feet.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, he has an opportunity to call it.
Yeah, but he's still gonna end up on the Champon. I wonder how long Damien's gonna leave that in his hand. He's probably gonna.
Hmm.
uh, yeah,
Well,
he's probably cut it before the East.
we do have 10 pie across the way. 5 so. Sarah looking to shut down this dealership before it gets too out of hand.
Yeah, the Dora are all. I guess there's one cut, so they're still in the wall, but no one seems like they can use it very easily at this point. So
No. And there's the 5 pin. We're now 10 pie for dealer. 1 mon, 2 so.
yeah, this one mon is so hard to use for everyone, so it will definitely come out right out. But it looks like Damien's actually making a lot of progress. Is that 10 pi? Yeah, it is. It's oh my god, he's on
Yeah.
Tonki on the Ton. Oh,
Wow. Tonki Ton. Hmm.
feels a little bad.
Yeah. But that'll be the
Um,
5 so pickup for the all simples, but still getting 4,700 points from that.
oh my
From all
god,
the
what a
sticks that
resource
were dropped
sticks.
in the middle. Probably the priciest Tanyao you'll ever come across, at least for a while. Tanyao Nomi, I should say.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
South
it's
3.
actually hard to wait on like a honor tell like that. If it hasn't been cut in like the third row, it's like very likely it's like held by another player.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you're never expecting like the whole Anko to be held, but that's always the downside of choosing that donkey.
Mm-hmm. And that one expensive Tanyao is going to put Sarah in the lead, but not by much. It's now neck and neck with Eric. Seeing good, well, decent shapes so far in Eric's hand. It's going to be a little difficult. Again, we got a lot of conchons happening here. We'll see which ones can fill in. The door is west, though, and we see a triplet of that across the way, and that's the seat wind as well for Damien. He's got me feeling good right now.
Yeah, the other players have no idea this is going on.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of
Look at the rest
scary.
of that hand, too. Good grief. But also, speaking of good grief, Julian over here already 2 calls. Shades of that sorry, not Dai Sungen shot from before. Of course, Chun already accounted for on the discard pile. But that's going to be
Oh
a pretty
man,
nice Honitsu instead.
that's not Tenpai yet, but very close.
Just needs a little bit of a push, and there it is.
Yeah,
I haven't looked at Sarah's hand yet. This one also a contender. That 5, 6, 7 shape and a couple pairs there and an Anko. This will be another pair here, so interesting what she'll do with this. All right, gonna drop the
yeah,
Naimon here.
I like that. Play for cheat toy. Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, this hand is just really awkward. I guess like
Mm,
it's Ishan 10, but you're like, I guess it's not that bad because you can end up with Ipeko if you get the 2-5. So you have a lot of tiles like 8 to 10 pi from Sarah's
mm-hmm.
hand.
Well, we've
And
got.
meanwhile, dealers also going cheat toy. Everyone's going. Oh wow! All right,
Well,
well.
everyone's going to have to stop because this hand is scoring Haku Hatsu with Honitsu. What 9,000 points for
And
Julian there as we head into all last.
yeah, and it's so close. It's like third
Oh,
place is 5,000 from first
very.
place.
And I mean, it's not outside the realm of possibility. I mean, it's a little bit harder here, mind you. But, I mean, a Hanemon could really shake things up in Damien's favor here.
That's true. Yeah, only a Hane away from first.
Yeah.
Uh, even a Mangan puts him in third. Yeah, third.
Mm-hmm. Or a direct hit Mongon would even really turn the tables here.
Yeah, yeah.
But can he do it with this hand? I think that's what I'm going to look at here first. Oh, you
Does
have
have
that.
Dora too.
Yeah, so that's a start. To start, you might just keep this closed, go for Ricci, see if you can win the Uradora lottery here.
Yeah. The 3 pin's an interesting discard. He's not leaving Cheat Toy open. I would probably cut 9 pin there because this is like too shunted for Cheat Toy. Especially when you have the Dora pair, like it's really nice to try to leave Cheat Toy open. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't know. I've been going for Cheetoy a lot recently. I've been
Hmm.
getting it too.
Hey, I
Big
respect that.
fan.
I like Cheetoy too. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't. A lot of people give Cheetoy a bad rap, but if it works, man, go for it.
Okay. So this is the plan. It's just get the Haku. I didn't. I wonder. He must have not had the Haku when the first came out. Um, but I guess this is fine. I guess it's
Mm-hmm.
a little scary because if that last Haku is in the dead wall, you're kind of done at this point. But
Mm-hmm. And we
you
see
have to
Eric.
gamble a little bit.
Let's see Eric taking aim at Sarah now with this hand. It's 10 pi, 3 so, 6 so. Probably looking for a little bit more value to bridge that gap.
Yeah,
This has
that's
no
hard.
Yaku just yet.
I guess like the value upgrades I see here, like I guess you can get Pinfu, but that's not really an upgrade.
Might be waiting for a
Maybe
1 mon before you throw the stick.
yeah, one or Tanya, with the 6 pin. Uh,
Yeah, you've got your
both of it plus
upgrade
one.
potentials here, but you already see a 3 so and a 6 so out there, so you know time is running out on those Shanpon's weights there.
Yeah, it's interesting how you tossed the 2 so earlier. So he gave up on the Ryanman shape.
Hmm.
Uh,
Yeah, I may just need to call this here. Its time is running out. Oh,
hmm.
what's this now?
Playing for Cheat Toy Tanya or something? I don't completely understand.
Could this be a fold? Just gonna preserve
Just
second here.
play for Tanya. He
Okay,
just really wants that value upgrade.
looking for value anywhere you can get it here.
Yeah. That's interesting. I guess like he's okay with the second, doesn't want to drop to third, so doesn't really want to reach E.
Yeah,
And
we're also
I think
10.
he's sorry?
We are 10 pi on dealer now as well, waiting on 1 pin, 4 pin for a pure straight. Sarah
Wow.
looking to keep the
That's
ball in her court just a little bit longer. But we're also
really
10
nice.
pi on the right with 7 so and the white dragons that, well, they're going to need the white dragon to win this one. Otherwise, no
Yeah, the White
Yaku.
Dragons kind of hold up in Damien's hand. I'm not sure if it'll come
Mm-hmm.
out.
It's 3 Dora, though. It's a long shot. It's the last white dragon, and yeah, we'll
The
see if
reaping is
Julian
interesting.
drops it.
Okay, so Sarah's kind of just folding out of here. It's interesting because she's safe from 10 pi. If she isn't 10 pi, I think she drops.
Oh,
Oh,
wait.
maybe not with the Ricci stick.
Yeah. Now the stick is in for Eric, though, waiting on 5 pin, 6 so.
And Sarah gets back to 10 pi.
Because this is the absolute, really last moment you can reach right now. But it
So
looks
it's a
like
game.
nobody walking away with it. So we'll try this one
Yeah.
more time. Eric, Sarah, and Damien picking up 1,000 points. And we continue with South 4, 1 Honba. And already an interesting looking start here. 2 Dora Hatsus for Sarah. And a pretty neat hand to go with it. Got a 6 so Anko, and good shapes going along for the ride.
Yeah, looks like on the right, you have like an Anko. Oh, you have two Ankos. Oh, you have the Hako Anko. So that's very nice to see, especially when that's the door indicator. You don't need to worry about pawning that. Uh,
Right.
Across, that looks... No, shapes are a little awkward, but you have the red dragon they can pawn for like a faster hand. And on the
Mm-hmm.
left, another kind of awkward hand. Just gonna hold on to Dora probably for dear life, trying to pair it up.
Interesting maneuver there.
Actually, on the left, that looks like it's just gonna be Cheat Toy. I think when you see like this, like Dora, yeah, especially with that
Right.
other pair,
Yeah.
uh,
Good
like
way to posture for that.
yeah, that's just gonna be Cheat Toy because like the shapes are kind of well, I guess now the shapes aren't that bad now that you filled that pension. So you are Ishan 10, uh, but it's really gonna be hard to use that Dora.
Hmm. Another step to Chitoy, though, for Eric.
Yeah, No,
Might
one
even the
shot tag.
same for Sarah. I don't think she's gonna do that though. Well, maybe.
Maybe, yeah. So
There's a
leaving it
slight
open, I like
possibility.
that. That.
We're only just getting into the second row for some people, so still got time. But it looks like Damien's hand is coming together very quickly. And also across the way, we have 10 pie on 4 pin, 7 pin. Oh, wait, nope, that's wrong. 6 so and 9 so.
Yeah, everyone's gonna be Dora Donkey here. Uh,
Yeah.
Looks like it. I think that's Damon's plan. He's just committing right now. I'm gonna Dora Donkey or not at all. Um,
This could be
yeah,
10
well,
pie for. Yeah, this will be the Doratanki for Damien now. Yep, there we go. Everybody needs a green. There's not enough to go around. Who drops theirs first? It's kind of that prisoner dilemma, but that'll be Roan from across the way for this. Again, the cheapest hand wins. Julian picking up 2,300 points to put this into the book. And that may just, if I'm doing my math right, put him over the 30K mark.
yeah,
It does.
maybe. Yeah, yeah.
Just
By
barely, by
100
100
points.
points. So that'll be 0.01 for him. Unfortunately, that's Damien, the lone player below the mark, going to lose 28.8 points, like an old modem. Eric with 7.6, and Sarah with 21.1 points. So the original leader is ends with not quite as big of a lead, but still a lot to have accomplished there for sure.
Yeah, that was a very exciting game, especially all last where everybody was like 10 by or one away.
All right, just waiting on that green dragon. I mean, always the that's an interesting part to see who will hang on and who will not. Well, they got another game coming up here in just about a minute, so we'll cue that one up for you. Of course, we're powered by 10.0 here in the ARML. And yeah, we'll be getting underway in just a moment here as I update our graphic. And let me see if I can get that leaderboard updated for everybody. There we go. Not a huge change in the numbers here, or at least the placement. Well, we do see Sarah moving up to third on that. That's probably the biggest change here. Well, also on Saturn News, Damien moving into demotion range there. But as you said, middle of the season, score is still very tentative right now.
Yeah, no, definitely. Scores are going to change a lot going forward.
Right, just as we saw them do here. Will be Eric and Julian staying at 8th and ninth. I believe that's just about where they were. I mean, of course, Julian only lost a tenth of a point. Did I get that? Yeah, it was Julian who lost a tenth of a point there. So any second now we'll be getting the gong. Of course, if you want to join this action, you can find us at AmericanReachy.org. I believe it's .org. Am I right about that? It's on the ticker. You'll see it. Uh, I was .org last I checked, but I've noticed
Yeah,
my memory is not great these days. I need to get more sleep, but Jong is
it
just
is.
too much fun.
Yeah, it is .org, so can confirm.
There you go. You can sign up for our spring league right now. I believe that registration is open until middle of March. But yeah, time for me to stop trying to remember things and start commentating things. East 1 as we get started here. Julian will be our starting dealer with East here, and a pretty decent start to this hand. You already have some defined shapes. Damien, our starting south seat, has a few good looking shapes in this hand as well. Across the way, Eric, our starting west, picking up an Anko of the 3 pin there, looking good. And on the left, our starting north seat is Sarah once again, with already an Anko of those north winds. Could see a pretty powerful contender here.
Yeah, I think Sarah's just trying to reach you this hand. The shapes look good. You have the value with the Anko of Norths. It looks like Eric also has like a Sanshoku kind of brewing. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4 or
Oh,
something.
yes, yes.
Preferably 1, 2, 3 because that has Dora. But I guess we'll see how that hand progresses.
Hmm.
Uh,
We'll see if Sarah can shock the table at the start again by hitting some Ura Love, as we call it over on the Small Man stream. And yeah, it's just onward and upwards right now. Not a whole lot of, well, it's not pure progress, but it's coming together.
yeah, looks like the dealer's hand. I mean, you're I guess two Shanten. But you have that Anko of like 5 so that makes it like the hand super flexible. You can make a pair anywhere else. Uh,
Hmm.
and
And
then
as Faya is asking about no red fives in our league, it is default 10-0 rules, so you might have noticed that when you've played or watched other games on this client. But we do not play with the red fives here. It's Akanashi in this league.
yeah. Oh wow. It looks like okay. Sarah's coming to the cheat toy. I am not super sure about that decision. You kind of lose the
Hmm.
value that you got from the pays. Uh
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's cheat toy, and I like cheat toy, but even I can kind of think, you were kind of missing out on a little something there. But
yeah, I
that
think I'd
does
rather just
open
go for go ahead.
it does open you up for more Ura potential, which, as I said before, was kind of the way she started the last round off.
That's true. Yeah, I
So,
think like with the North, you kind of can just go like pawn palace and just keep pawning and make some toy happen. But
it looks like a Tanya call for Julian here, picking up that 5-6-7. As we had a Ricci call from Eric. Looks like this weight is
oh,
three,
Sanshoku.
three
Yeah,
mon.
three
Yeah,
mon for
it's a
Sanshoku.
Sanshoku here. Three is still pretty wide open. He
Yeah,
can't
it's
see
also
any of them, but
Suji.
we have one in. Oh yeah, it's a Suji for sure.
I think he probably it's interesting. I think he like domoed for like 2 turns before this because he just like bad weight and he wanted to uh but I think the Ricci was intentional because he wants to bait out the Suji. He's like, no one's gonna drop this 3 unless I Ricci, which is kind of interesting.
Mm, yep, but it'll be sumo for dealer here. Tanya Nomi, but 2,500 points off of that. What? That seemed like a. Oh yeah, I got the sticks. That's why it's the sticks. It's always the sticks that
Yeah,
make that way more than it should be sometimes.
yeah. This dealer hand looks kind of sad though. Lots of honor tiles, bad
No,
shapes. That's
not.
just like lack of shapes, to be honest.
Yeah,
No
it's just
shapes.
there's no shapes. It's just individual tiles at this point, honestly. Well, you do have a
Yeah,
1, 2, 3 and so, but that's
this is
it.
true.
That's
That's it.
really it.
Yeah. On the right, the hand looks a lot better. Interesting,
Mm.
cutting the 5. Guess
And
you
the
kind of
five
have
that
all your blocks.
Yep, the five that gets picked up by Eric, who seems to be going hard and fast for a half flush here.
Yeah, especially in Dora suit, that's very scary, I
Mm.
guess, for the other players.
And has
Uh,
one. So yeah, definitely throwing some caution to the table on just the third turn here.
yeah. Like Sarah's also pretty close. Is like Ishanten, but it's not gonna have much value unless she picks up that Dora. Oh, it's a good draw. So on the right, we actually like have 4 pairs. So it could be Chitoy. I
Yeah.
think that actually, but with that draw, it seems like, yeah,
Hmm. You have some
most
good.
likely gonna be normal.
Yeah, you have some good shapes in here without Cheetoy. So. Hmm.
Yeah, the problem is you're kind of stuck with the 1 pin and the 8 and so most likely we're gonna end up on
Right.
Shavo here, uh, unless we upgrade one of those, especially because we dropped the 2 earlier, the 2 of circles.
Hmm.
Uh, like dealer's kind of stuck. Has improved the hand significantly, but still probably going to be the last to Tenpai. And it
Hmm.
looks like oh, it's
Oh,
not
that's
Tenpai
Ishanten now.
across. Okay.
Ishanten for dealer, I mean.
Yeah,
Across the
yeah, yeah.
way, yeah, it's just waiting on that last magic Manzu here. You got pair of Dora though. Might even be waiting Shabo on the Dora. along with 9 Mon as well.
Yeah, the question is, will the other players sense the danger? And 7 is actually not bad to cut right now. But it is scary. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, I'm looking at Eric's discards right now. I see that he called the Manzu. He has West. Statistically,
Yeah,
it could be anything else in the hand, but I'm seeing that it's Dora, and he's no Manzu in the discard. I'm gonna probably think before I drop any Manzu at this point.
yeah, with Zero Door visible. Very scary. Oh, is that...
Hmm.
That's not Tenpai, yeah.
It's close. Again, you're talking about Sarah's hand.
Yeah, it's very close.
Oh, Sarah gets a door of her own now, and that is Tenpai. 8
It
Mon.
is 5
Kanchan
8,
wait.
right? Oh, it's just
No,
8
it's just
mon. Okay.
Kanchan. Yeah.
Oh, so she chose Itsu. She wants Itsu here. She could have had 5 8.
Hmm.
Uh,
But no eights out, so it looks like wide open. Unfortunately, it's pretty well locked up at this point.
yeah. Interesting. Yeah, you see, I guess 1 7, you have 1 7. So there's still some 7s available to play with it, but yeah, it is very locked up. Doesn't look like the 5 is going to come out that much either, but
Hmm. Now that's Tenpai for dealer. No Yaku in this hand. Probably looking to just be on the right side of Ryukyoku here. Though really you just need a 4-so, and this is Sanshoku chance anyway. Well, no, you've got the called set of 1, 2, 3. So no, this I don't see this turning into anything of value. But
yeah, just wanting the Tenpai to
yeah,
Renchan. Makes sense.
yeah, absolutely as dealer. Already
Honestly,
got.
not bad when you started with that
Mm-hmm.
hand.
Oh yeah, that's definitely making the most of this situation. So well played for Julian here, indeed. Sarah picking up 1,500 points as well as we continue East 1 to Honba. Door this time is Green Dragon. We see all but that in Julian's hand. This is another difficult one. All you've got really is a pair of 2 Mon and just more dreadful looking shapes at this point.
Yeah, no, definitely. Even across, we see a call, but the shapes are not there yet.
Mm,
I guess you have
yeah.
the east, so you have enough. You kind of have enough value to justify calling. Okay, that's
Yep,
a
and
nice
there
draw
it
too.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not so much a draw as it's a steal.
Ah, yeah, yeah. I think I'm actually like 1 second behind you because I'm watching the stream. Uh,
Oh, okay. Yeah. um. Anyway, yeah. Sarah, meanwhile, could do without that east or that west because these shapes are looking significantly better. 4, 5, 6. Oh well, that's a 6, 7, 8 in the Manzu. So good start there and making great progress on the
yeah,
left.
Eric's turning his 2,000 into 8,000 by dumping his 1-1s and trying to make Honitsu here. It doesn't even look super Honitsu from the other players' perspectives, but yeah.
Hmm. Meanwhile, dealer, might be making Chitoy out of this. That's one way to
Yeah,
fillet up a bad hand. But we've got Tenpai now for Narath, Damien.
yeah, on the 4-7. It's Ricci Pinfu. I guess respectable when Dora's Hatsu and,
Mm-hmm.
although Hatsu, like, are they? Oh, it's one cut. Okay.
Yeah,
Looks
only
like
once cut. That's
Sarah
it.
cut it.
We have Tenpai across the way as well. Eric waiting on 2-so, 5-so. Look at that. It's
Yeah.
all lighting up in this Chitoy attempt across in front of us here. That'll be a Roan from the right. Ricci Pinfu picks up some Ura Love for 5,500 points from Eric.
Yeah.
So there we go. Now I finally get to move the table. Here we go. East 2 begins now. 2 Mon is the Dora. And we are looking at a pretty interesting hand for our new dealer. Got some shapes locked in, but we have an early
Yeah.
East call on the left.
Yeah. Looks like the hands are all like pretty decent. On the right, it's kind of you know, a little. It looks like actually Chin's like mochi mochi, so the dealer's trying to get like a faster call hand. Probably won't get
Hmm.
that, but at the same time, the shapes are pretty good. So it looks like it might just
Hmm.
be like a Ricci hand. Um,
Right. I don't see any of them waiting long enough to take advantage of a triplet of Chun, unless that ends up being a
yeah,
Shabo weight or something. But you've got plenty of good open shapes right now. I don't think you wait for that. Ooh, this is ten pi. No, not quite. That's just five. That's another five, not a six.
yeah. And then looks like Eric's trying to play for Sanshoku here. Yeah, he cut the 8 pin, now draw the 1. Drew the 1. Uh,
Hmm. Sure would like a
okay.
six.
Yeah, no, definitely. Oh, okay, that's a really nice draw. So now the Sanshoku is kind of guaranteed.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's come together with one, two, three.
Yeah, I like this. Just keeping the chin as the pair, and you lose on a Pinfu, but it's not like you're getting Pinfu anyway, so it doesn't really matter. And you can keep the 6 floating until like upgrade the shape as well. Upgrade your 6/8.
Mm.
And then it looks like dealer, they're also Ishan 10. It has this like kind of weirder like overlapping shape with the 4, 5, and 7, 8. Not super efficient, but like you do have the pairs, so that can help sometimes.
Mm. That'll be Ricci from
And
Sarah
then,
now. She's gonna get that three-sided weight. 2 pin, 5 pin, 8 pin are the weights
yeah,
here. It's Julian waiting on 1 pin, 4 pin as well. And Eric rightly sensing some danger here. May fold out of this one. We'll see.
yeah. Looks
Hmm.
like honestly most of the hands are kind of small.
But this
Okay,
is will be the one that scores for Ricci, Sumo, Ura Love. Picking up 8 mon for
nice.
some extra points there. And
Wow,
that'll
the hand
be,
not hit Oradora this sort of
I
session is
know.
crazy.
And the good thing is, too, it's like everybody's getting a little bit, too. So it's not
Yeah,
one player going away with all of it, like Ura San or Ura Yon or whatever. But that'll be East 3 now. 7 pin is the Dora. Good hand for our new dealer here. Have a few pairs and some good shapes that could come together later on.
yeah. On the right, that's a fast call. Some okay shapes, but still a lot of like stragglers that you have to get rid of. Um, Across we have also decent shapes. Yeah, it looks like kind of just like a Pinfu hand. We'll need to find a pair somewhere though. And
Mm-hmm.
then on the left, that looks like a few pairs, a few lone tiles, a few conchons. I'm not really sure what to
And
do
a
with that
Dora.
hand. And a
There's a
Dora.
Dora there, too. Yay.
Yeah, I guess like middle tiles stragglers aren't even that bad. Like you just kind of just play it normally, see what sticks to them. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it looks like the
Interesting
hand on the
there.
right has definitely improved pretty significantly.
Yeah. After that fast call. Fast call. Wasn't that that song they sang at the Grammys last night? Oh, that's Fast Car. Right. The Tracy Chapman thing with Luke Combs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Neat
Okay,
moment
I like
there.
this.
And some neat moments coming up here on this hand. Yeah. Waiting on. Yeah, she's 10 pi. No, not quite. Yeah, not quite.
Almost. Um, but it's interesting. I wonder if Sarah's gonna turn this into Honeytsu. It's a little greedy, but yeah, I
No,
guess
she's
not.
making a call here.
Yeah,
Greetings from the future. But yeah, Nine So Hatsu are the weights here. Shanpon weight. The lone green dragon picked up in Julian's hand. Or maybe he
sensing
always had that.
danger.
Yeah, sensing
No, he
danger.
just got it.
Oh, he did just get it. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see how long he hangs on to it. It's Tonki weight
He's
for him.
10
But
pi,
there's
yeah.
green. Hmm.
Okay.
Wasn't didn't have a Yaku there, so he wasn't able to also call Roan, and we do have double Roan in this league. in case anyone
Yeah.
was wondering. That'll be Eric taking a bit of a drop there as we head to East 4. Saracen going to continue this momentum as dealer. Already has an Anko of the Green Dragon, Ipeco shape in the Pinzu. Things are looking great. You can
Yeah,
go
no,
for a half flush
definitely.
here.
Yeah, I think half flush is a little far. We only have to cut that nice run that
Right.
we have. But if you get some nice draws, maybe. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
on the right, we have. Oh, wow, that's just Ishanten. Oh, no, it's two Shanten. But I guess you can call the Haku. Kind of sad. You're kind of like cursing yourself to the 1,000 point hand. But, like,
Mm-hmm.
you can't complain about pre-points.
Yeah, points are points, and in this case, not a whole lot of separation again between second, third, and fourth. Sorry, first,
Yeah.
second, and third, I should say.
Yeah, across we actually see like some pretty good shapes. That also kind of looks
Ooh,
like 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku.
or
Uh,
5, 6, 7 Ipeco.
or 5, 6, 7, 8 Peiko. Yeah, or both.
Yeah,
Uh,
might be able to. Yeah,
I guess you can't have 6, 7, 8 Sanshoku and 5, 6, 7 Peiko. But,
yeah.
you
It's not quite how that works, sadly.
know.
You could. I mean,
Could
that,
also
that
just be Tanya.
yeah, Tanya with all of that.
Yeah.
All right, so Eric. Hmm. Eric's close here as well. Eric's 10 pi. No, no, not quite.
Yeah, very close though. I like that 4, just like, I want Dora and that's how I'm playing this hand. I could also see the 6 coming out a little bit later and just like playing
Mm-hmm.
around like long pizza shape he has. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
see.
Now it's
Dealer,
decision time
Sarah?
for dealer.
Yeah, what's Sarah gonna do
Sarah's dropping the 3 so. I think I
here? Okay.
kind of like that move a little bit better. Maybe.
Yeah, this is
It's close
hard
either
because
way.
you're locking in this penchant, and it's an especially bad penchant because you have one of the 3 Um,
It's the one she's had from the start of this hand.
yeah.
So,
So I would kind of have liked to cut the penchant, just to like your dealer, you have that hot super value. You
right.
even have a Dora, so you just want to increase the chance of actually getting to 10 pi.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I see where she's going. She's kind of just wants all the value she can get.
And now we have
It's Dora.
Damien making that 6, 7, 8, moving to 10 pi on 4 so, 7 so?
Yeah.
Well, never mind. It's 4 pin that's going to go to Julian here for a quick Hakunomi, but again, this just makes the game that much closer as we head into the half. South 1 beginning now. For Mon is the Dora.
All
And
right. This looks like Chanta.
Chanta with a 7, 8,
Chanta
9
Sajoku.
Sunshoku.
Yeah. Oh,
There's the
well, that's very
7.
nice, bro.
Yeah, very nice draw for
It's
that
always
path.
awkward when you're going Chanta and the door is like a 4 or something, and you're like, okay,
Yeah,
well. So I guess like Chanta is like honestly so overrated. I don't even
it
like.
is. For as hard as it is to get. Now, this hand is like Chanta in a box because it's
Yeah.
basically all the tiles you would need for it. Just arrange them a little bit differently. But yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. You even have your pair locked in, which is to me the hardest part of Chanta is finding a pair. And now you got
Yeah.
multiple options for that. So this is a great start for that, indeed.
Yeah. I would be inclined just to cut the white dragon, play like try to make as many. You're still kind of lacking a block here.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but I think like if you draw Dora here, you're super happy just going for like Dora Sanshoku or even open uh, for like what 2,900. Oh, but
Mm-hmm.
that's a really fast 10 by.
Oh yes. We haven't even looked at this hand yet. That's waiting on 5 bond, 2 bond there.
What a hand. Richie Tanya Dora too.
Yep, that's Mangan in most cases, in most states.
Uh,
Across the way,
yeah.
well, they're
Mhm.
taking advantage of. Well, that's not Dora, but they do have a Dora. Yeah. All right, it's a bit weird to read this upside down sometimes.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's like Damien will find the fold, which makes sense.
Yeah, good read on that two-mon there. With it being that close to Dora, you got to assume it's gonna open you up to some. In this case, open up to two if he drops it.
Yeah, I'm curious where Julian goes with this. It looks like he's just getting
Angling for
closer and
Chitoy
closer
here?
to. Yeah, yeah. Cheeto is the one that just keeps coming.
Yeah, that's definitely not how this hand started, but hmm. Yeah, that's
Oh,
weird.
yeah. I wonder if the three like if he would even like push for this Cheetoy hand because like even if you get Tenpai, it's still not great. Like because like Cheetoy
Oh,
without any Dora or anything just feels really bad.
he'd be hedging everything on Ura, and we'll
Yeah.
never get to see what's under there. Ricci, Sumo, Tanyao, Dora 2, as you mentioned, with an Ura on top to bring that to
Oh,
Hanuman. 13,000 points for Sarah. Again,
oh
Ura
my god.
deciding her fate and putting her well ahead of the pack.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Wow, indeed. Again, just pulling it out of nowhere. It's insane. South 2 now, and South is the Dora, and South is in our dealer's hand. We have good shapes in
Yeah.
Manzu right now. What are you
Yeah.
thinking?
I think dealer's just gonna make a push for it. Go for some honey too. Oh yeah. All right.
Oh, okay,
This is
yeah.
interesting. You can hedge it. Yeah, I like that. I like the Haku cut. Uh,
Haku cut. You've got now a Khan of Chun. Might be. Is he going to show the table now he's got it? Oh, no, he's not going to go for Khan at all.
uh,
Interesting
I
there because, I'd feel like that would be my shot to catch up to the lead at this point. But
Yeah, it's interesting. You want to con if you think you have the fastest hand, and with this hand, it's hard to think that you have the fastest hand. I guess like you're
that's
missing your
true.
pair,
Hmm. Yeah,
and so if you
you're
con and someone reaches, then you're just very sad.
hmm. That's right. You don't want that to backfire and give more points to someone else at the table.
Yeah. So this is gonna be an interesting hand to play. He has to like kind of like play around this Dora, just make like Honitsu. But looking on the right, I see another Anko of the Dragon.
Hmm.
Look to be is that Ishanta? Yeah, it is.
It
It's one shot.
is, yes.
Yeah, but
Five,
not
six,
the
seven.
best shapes.
Yeah, it's closed shapes on either side here. Well,
Hmm.
well, if you get that three mon, then you're waiting on one or four for your pair,
Yeah.
which is not bad.
What is the cut here? Okay, the two. Interesting. I like the seven cut because I think then you can keep playing. I don't know actually. I don't know what I'd cut there. You can also cut Dora, but
Well, he's moving away from Honitsu here. Gonna go for a faster hand.
I guess he's just playing for Dora Tonki here. Uh, Dora's one cut, but
Mm-hmm. And you see one floating in Eric's hand right now. He might be thinking of doing a similar maneuver.
yeah. And the crazy thing is you don't even need to like reach you this hand. You can just like have that Dora Tonki. Somebody drops your the south, and then they're really sad.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
that's a cool
Chundora
shape on the
too.
right. That's like a
Oh yeah.
double kanchan rounds. It's like on the right, they're also gonna end up Dorotanki. Everyone's just trying to
Well,
Dorotanki.
no. Well, that's their pair, but that's south, and that's going to be Ricci now. Not having a
Oh,
Doratanki when you just draw it yourself. It'll be Tonki. Well,
okay.
not Tonki. It's a closed weight for 8 mon instead.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're also Tenpai on the left for 4 pin. Tanya Nomi here, I believe.
Yeah. The
Well,
Alpha
now
doing one.
changing it to 3 pin, 6 pin.
Oh, okay.
But now
Dorotanki.
Ricci as well for Narath. Damien is also has a similar failed Ipeko shape, is what I call it, but that's Dora Tonki. Little does he know, it's all pretty much locked up at this point.
Yeah, it's
So
dead.
that weight is
So that
dead.
sucks. Although the way on the right isn't super alive either,
Mhm.
unfortunately. There's one left there, so looks like I guess Julian has the best chance, but he might fold out of here. It's always scary against two
That's
Richies.
yeah, that's looking like a fold. Especially when you only see that one south and it's only the one you've dropped.
Yeah, honestly, probably a smart decision.
Yeah. Of course, he's safe from dropping that, as we know.
Mhm.
And nobody gets this one. It'll be Ryukyoku for Julian, Damien, and Eric.
Yeah.
Everyone inching a little bit closer to the leader here as we continue South 2.
Yeah, let's see this hand. This hand has the Anko. Okay shapes, but we'll need some work. Has door acceptance, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
On the right, that hand seems kind of fun. Lots of Pinzu. Could make a push to some Chinitsu stuff if they get the right draws, but we'll see. Across we have pretty slow hand. You have the East pair, but can't really call that, so that's gonna be really slow. Maybe you can play for Chanta, but especially with the 8 Mandora. Yeah, especially with that 3 Mon pickup. But yeah, I'm deciding not to, which is fine. That
Meanwhile, on
hand's
the
probably just
left
not very
here,
deep.
I think we've got a Kokoshi shot here.
Yeah, how many do we have?
I
One,
don't
two,
know.
three,
I
four,
don't think I'd
five,
go for it
six,
here.
seven,
This,
eight.
I
That's
mean,
only 8,
yeah, it's only
and
eight
8 is
orphans.
pretty hard. But
Yeah.
I guess like what else are you gonna do? Like,
I mean, that's what I was
I,
about to say. I mean, counting back the discarded tiles, I'm like, uh, I mean,
yeah,
he's
I think
also
it's
not.
fine.
He's also not at a point where he needs to get these points. You know, if he gets
Yeah,
it, it'll be wonders for him. But if he loses it, well, he's still at about 30K. So
yeah, yeah. I mean, every failed Kokoshi is like a really shitty cheat toy, so you can just make a really bad cheat toy hand with that.
looks like he could make a really crappy Chanta instead.
It's so bad. He
There's
cut the 7 too.
he's gonna cut the 7 again. So
No, no,
never
no.
mind. He's totally he's committing to this.
I don't know what he's committing
I
to right
gotta
now.
give I gotta give applause for that, committing to this Kokoshi, as misguided as that is. He's a believer for
Okay,
sure.
I think it's just a hard fold to be honest at this point.
Okay,
It's
it
just
could
like
be, and the
get me
symbols
out of
happen to be
here.
pretty safe. Yeah.
Oh, that's funny. And then let's see. Cross. The hand's shaped up a little bit actually. It's like 2 Shantan.
But look at this
Uh
hand for the dealer now.
or
One
1
pin
Shantan.
Haku is Tenpai.
Going to Dama.
Possible San Nanko
Oh,
attempt here if you
okay.
draw it yourself.
Yeah, I don't really like the Dama here.
Well, I was gonna go ahead and
Um,
take it.
well,
Sumo, Sananko,
um,
White Dragon, Dora for Mangan. I don't think you leave Mangan on the table, especially one
oh
like
man,
this that's going to put him
imagine.
just above the lead here by 100 points ahead of Sarah.
Oh man, imagine the Richie Potsumo as well.
Oh, but look at this hand now. He's got another shot. This is very well put together hand with two Dora. Count them, two of that five. So
Yeah, you really want a way to kind of win this hand fast, but I don't really see it. I guess they're kind of far
uh,
from Tanya. Maybe Tanya?
well, you'd have to
Not
drop the
maybe.
9 pin, and he's already got a shape of that 789.
Definitely
So
thinking about it with the one so good.
yeah. Hmm.
But yeah, it's definitely kind of far. I don't think I'd advise like going for that here.
Might even see him drop a
Um,
9 pin here with this 6 mon pickup. Yep, and
yeah,
that's what he's doing. All he would
yeah,
need now is theoretically 6 pin, and he's on the road
yeah.
for that. And there it is! How am I manifesting this stuff?
Although you want to use that as a Ryanman, so I'm curious what he's gonna cut.
Yeah.
8,
Okay, so he is going to go for the Rion
3
men
so,
here.
3 so makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. 3 so. That's crazy. Let's look at the rest of these hands here. Four pairs on the right for Eric. In good shape at the moment, but we'll see how this goes. You still have some trouble spots you've got to iron out here.
Yeah. Across, we have some okay shapes and Anko. Actually, it's not bad a hand, actually. I think it's only like 2 Shanten, and definitely getting a lot of upgrades, too.
Mm-hmm.
On the left, that also looks like pretty reasonable hand. Can easily make Tanya there. Uh, Probably will just call for Tanya there, especially with like the bad 3-5 shape.
Mm-hmm. Now we see Damien calling the 2-pin now. And he's on the road for Tanya just as we get a Ricci from Eric waiting on 3-pin Chun for that Shanpon wait.
Yeah. I'm curious what Data's gonna do here. I think like it's always man, it's really close actually. I didn't realize how close it was between first and second.
Yeah, it's just
So
100 points. You can't get any closer with that without being tied.
yeah, but it might be okay. Kinda
Oh, there's the Chun, and that's going to deal into last place here. Ricci, Chun, no Ura this time, and this is really when Eric needed some of that. But that'll put him
sick.
up to 1,500 points. 50,000, I should say. Oh, the wrong
Yeah. So still the same standings, but it's closed a little bit of the gap.
thing. And Eric
Now he has his
hoping,
dealership.
yeah, hoping he can capitalize on that newfound momentum. You have a pair of Souths here. You have Dora acceptance for the 7-pin. He's got some work to do here, though. It could come together. It's possible. I'd say it's
Yeah, I
mediocre.
agree.
Oh, there's
I think you
South. A
yeah, you
good, easy
call it
call.
because you need speed here.
Mm-hmm.
On the right, you just picked up a Dora, which is nice. Also,
Mm-hmm.
good shapes. I could see this hand actually working pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
There's a pair of the 1-pin as well.
yeah. Okay. Across, we have uh, good shapes. Seems like a 789 Shoku actually. Um, so that would be actually decently large. Sancho Kadora, if you can do that closed. Um, Lacking a pair right now, but I'm curious if Julian's gonna keep the Penchant and just like commit to Sanshoku here uh, at some point. And then on the left, that looks like Tanya. Tanya
Yeah,
maybe 678 Sanshoku or something. But yeah, it's
that's
actually not
definitely
bad. You have a
leaning that way.
Dora. Yeah,
Yeah, Tanya Dora, nothing to sneeze at, especially
yeah.
when points are everything. Every individual point is kind of worth it when you're dead heat
Yeah.
with Sarah
Looks like
here.
dealer is 10-5 for 1-4 pain.
And now dealer sumos for South Nomi, but that'll be one Honba added as we set this up and go another round. East is the Dora this time, and dealer's hand maybe looking a little bit better starting out. We already see the 5, 6, 7 shape together. Have a pair of
Yeah.
Haku that you could call and do the same thing again. You'd probably like to start seeing some better value at some point, but that's not going to happen just yet, I'm afraid.
Yeah, especially with the East Dora, like there's just not too many upgrades I see this hand taking. Although with that, it could just be like you could just Arichi this hand, and play for Aura, play for you know,
That's true.
basically play for Aura. But
Or
see what
perhaps
happens
even a
here.
Patsu, gotta believe.
Yeah, it's true.
Let's see on the left for
Uh,
Sarah, as again, the point values have changed, but she's still, well, now she's 100 points behind Naroth. Wait, was that how it always was?
I
She
think
always died. I
so.
thought it was the other way around, but I don't
N-
see any situations where the score would change like that. So,
No, yeah, I think Damien was 100 before or
okay.
up last
You're
round.
right. You're right. Yeah, I think you're right. Okay, early Chun call from Sarah, early Haku call from the dealer. Looks like they're both going to race here for it, but Sarah may just get a Honitsu out of the deal. Depends on how this last shape goes, and oh well, now you got a pair, so you may not want to ditch the dots just yet.
Yeah.
See, across the way we have an Anko of the one pin, speaking of dots, and some okay shapes at the moment. Not really drawing some good progress at the present time, though.
Yeah, the Dora seems to be all walled right now. One is in Julian's hand.
Yeah, he's the only one who's got one. It's the must-have item this season. Oh, now he's got two. So now we're
That's
starting to look
interesting.
into something here. He can't call it. It's not his seat.
Yeah, still two, I guess, two Shanten, but
Yeah.
pretty flexible hand. And now Sarah takes Tenpai for
Four
two five
so.
still.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, 2-5. You're right. So.
This might be tricky for Julian, because if he ditches his penchant, he's going to be dealing it to Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is interesting. Playing for Chitoy here.
Huh. Hmm.
If you're playing for Cheeto, I wonder why he didn't just cut one pin, but maybe he's also trying to leave Toy Toy open or something. And this 5 looks like it might deal in.
And there you go.
Yeah.
More points for Sarah, just 1,000, but that's going to give her the lead heading into all last. Oh, there it is. Okay. Sometimes you change the camera too much, too quickly, it wigs out. But yeah, here we go. It's all last with Sarah as last dealer and in the lead. So she's definitely got some control over this table at the moment.
Yeah,
Um,
she's only up by 1,200 points, which is a little scary because if someone
yeah.
else sumos, sometimes the dealer
I
penalty can take you under.
think I am
But
gonna refresh this actually, since the animations are kind of
yeah, of
choppy
course.
right there. Okay, let's get back to here. There we go. All right. So as we were saying, pretty good hand for dealer.
Yeah, Damien has called, so this is interesting because
Oh
Damien's
yeah.
up behind by 1,200 points. So he needs more than 1,000 points here. So I'm kind of curious, like, is he just like securing second? Is he maybe he's just counting on the Dora upgrade? He's like,
Mm-hmm.
if I draw Dora, I'm gonna be enough.
And that would
If I
be a
draw
very
Mangan, no.
strong second if he gets it.
That's true too. Yeah.
So I'd be tempted to just grab those points. That seems to be the
Hmm.
option before him. But now you've got to reach from Eric. And let's see, that's. Oh, it's
Cheetoy.
Chitoy. Wow, that's a very
On
quick Chitoy.
Anya Cheetoy Dora too. Wow. Good
Tanya
hand.
Chitoy Dora too. And you've got Uras waiting for you should you complete this task.
So it's Hanuman guaranteed.
Wow.
Uh,
With Baimon if Ura.
yeah. That's crazy.
Wow. That could turn things around for Eric. I don't know if that gets him into the lead, but that does. Well, it's definitely going to give him a much better game than a 14-5 would end up giving him.
Yeah. That's hard. I don't like reaching on the Formon, like so hard for that to come out, but it is kind of stranded in Damon's hand, and it has become half Suji. So we'll see what
Hmm.
happens.
I think we're seeing if Damien might be folding this one now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's. Yeah, just defend what you've got. Don't lose it all at the very end.
Makes sense. Yeah, Sarah actually might be looking like she's running out of safe tiles as well. So this is kind of scary from her. Oh
But
boy.
now she's 10 pi. So it's just going to go for it anyway, not seeing any safe tiles. 4 so, 7 so would give her another shot and some more points.
Yeah, Forso's like pretty locked up right now. Seven so also pretty locked up.
Yeah, and she can only see that there's one on the table, but
Yeah, there's one seven so left. So that's kind of unfortunate.
mhm, only
Looks like Sarah's
15
probably
draws to
gonna.
go. Dead wall and live wall are even now.
Yeah.
Could just pop right out, though. That's the nature of this game.
That's true. There is one 7 cell left, and unfortunately, Eric's way is dead.
Hmm. Ooh, 5 so pick up here.
Oh, it did
Yeah.
come.
There she had to make a dangerous cut. Now everybody knows 5 so is okay, so see those start to come out.
Yeah. Yeah, that should kind of like give some alarm bells to people. The 1-2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, this game is not over yet. Sarah picking up 1,500 points along with Eric. We'll get another shot at perhaps bridging this gap. I mean, now it looks like Eric could have a shot at crossing into third.
Yeah, that's really tight. Yeah, fourth, third, super close. First, second, super close.
Yep, we're down to basically a 2-on-2 match. Well, kind of. If you think about it in a
Two one on
weird way.
ones.
Two one-on-ones happening simultaneously, parallel, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, for the dealer, as we continue with South 4, 5 so is the Dora here. You see one in this hand, and an Unco of the 7 so, but otherwise, I'm not sensing much magic from this one. We have an
Yeah.
early call of
Looks like
South
a
across the way for Damien. And this hand's looking actually a little bit better. I mean, it's pairs, and he can't go for Chitoy now, but
hey. Looks like he's kind of trying to commit for here
mhm,
with the 6-0 drop. Or is I guess not Toy. It's just I don't ever want to drop Dora, which is very fair.
right.
So
I mean, that's the
yes.
redeeming feature of this hand for sure.
Yeah.
With
He
that
has
7
6
pin
more.
cut,
Hmm.
yeah, might be just trying to build a quick hand with that in mind, and that call is putting it a step closer.
Yeah.
Already halfway there.
So is that enough points? So this would be 3,900 points.
Yep, so
Uh,
not quite. He's 4,200
just
points behind.
short. Yeah, just short.
I mean, a roan
But
off of
oh wait,
a roan
wait.
off
There's
of
a
Sarah will be
Honba.
enough. There. Oh, that's
There's
right.
also
There's a
a Honba.
Honba, so that's just enough.
It'll be a tie.
A tie in which
Uh,
the
eh,
Uma will be split.
yes. So I guess he's very okay with that. I think he was okay securing second last, and he'd be even happier
Hmm.
splitting first.
Yeah. Oh,
Made
and
so
there we
much
go.
sense. Yeah.
Waiting for the
Okay.
easier tenpai here. 1 so, 4 so.
Yeah, the 1-so is pretty dead. 4-so is also hard to come out because it's door adjacent,
Hmm.
but it is Tempai, so
There's 4 so, and we're going to reach here. That's going to lock that up in Eric's hand. Waiting on 7 mon, 4 mon here. Shaping up to be another exciting final act in this game.
yeah, really is
Meanwhile,
up to the wall again.
hmm I think we're going to see dealer fold here. I mean, this hand is just not really coming together in the way that you probably wanted it to.
Yeah.
Now another Ricci
Okay.
from Julian. Not backing
Is
down just yet.
the
Shanpon.
Shampon?
Yeah,
Okay.
2 mon, 6 so. And there's the 7.
Both are one cut,
Both are
so
once cut. Yeah.
yeah, it's tricky. I think honestly, although I guess it looks like Eric has the best weight, but as we know in Mahjong, the best weight does not always win.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah. Hmm. Okay. Staying in this. There's 4 so. Good read there to hang on to it.
Yeah.
Oh, it just keeps all the tiles that fit her coming up. But there's 4 mon. And so it'll be Eric getting the final laugh here. Ricci, Pinfu, Dora. No Uras again. Feeling like he's getting a little cheated on the Dora distribution here. But that'll be 7,200 points for Eric. And that'll put him into third. He'll only lose 12.8 points, with Julian taking the bigger loss of 30.4. But that'll be a big win for Sarah, 28.7. And for Damien, he'll be going home with 14.5. So there you have it. First half of that table already in the books. Let's take a look at the full scores now for this division in A2. And I believe, yes, they have updated. Um, don't mind the highlight you see on that screen, but yeah, Sarah in third place. That'll be how she finishes tonight. Eric in eighth. Julian in 11th. And Damien still in demotion range, but not by much. Just a couple
Mm-hmm.
of, just not even 3 points behind Jen here to pull back out of this. So, again, I mean, this is the exact, well, not the exact midpoint of the season will be after they finish this session to get to the 24 games here.
Yeah. Oh. Um, yeah, it's so tight between like what is this, like 13 to 16? All like separates them as 10 points. So like it's really anyone's game right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of tight matchups here in the A2 division, and we'll bring you more of those throughout the season right here on twitch.tv/American Ricci. There's still lots of awesome Mahjong to come tonight, though. I'm going to take a look at what other games are happening right now, so please stand by. And it looks like C13 is just about to get started. Also B22 as well. Let me take a look at our broadcast sheet. See, we like to make sure that everybody gets covered at least once here in the ARML. And I'm thinking those people have probably been covered, it looks like. So, how are you feeling? I picked the first match. What are you thinking?
What are the options?
Let me get that again. Okay, so we have a B2 match and a C1 match.
Mm-hmm.
B2 is my division, so I kind of have some interest in that. If I were to pick, I'd pick that one. So
Sure. That sounds good
yeah,
to me. I
let's
have no
check that out.
preference.
I'll cue that up for us right quick. Again, you are watching. And in fact, we'll take just a short break as we kind of catch up in some time here to that match. You are watching ARML on Twitch. And we're back. Told you that would be pretty quick. This is the ARML on twitch.tv/American Ricci. I'm Blaine Singletary, joined tonight by Jay from the PML. Sorry, we already said this before. Pacific Mahjong League. Right.
Correct.
Don't want to get y'all confused with the other PML. Of course, I'm from Oklahoma Mahjong. Okay, MJ. There's not really any other clubs that use that acronym, so we kind of lucked out there. But this game is underway now in B2. We'll be updating the scoreboard and everything, but let's get you to the action straight away in East 1. As we adjust the camera, and there we go. Dora is 8 Mon right now. And pardon me just a moment while I fix up those points on the screen. If you want to take this here.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Where are we? We're East 1. Who are all the players? So we
I'm
haven't
working
updated
on
the right
that.
side yet. I
Yeah,
see, I
I'm
see.
working on
Cool.
that right now. Sorry.
No worries, no worries. I guess I'll try to figure out who was playing. But maybe I'll just say dealer, right player, cross. But looks like dealer's hand is pretty good. Missing Dora, but it has Dora acceptance. It's actually getting kind of late, so not sure if this hand will complete. On the right, that hand looks fast. Already Tempai for Toy Toy. Okay. Haku Toy Toy, which is pretty good. And that is Ricci for a Shampon on 3-4 pain. Has a Chunanko, so that brings a little bit of value, but not the way we'd want. Looks like they're gonna deal in here. Yeah. Or sashimi.
Okay, just about
It's a
done
great
here.
name. I love the name Sashimi. That's such a great name.
Oh yeah, for this indeed. I mean, I always thought the mahjong tiles kind of looked like sashimi a little bit. I mean, these don't. I picked out a baby blue color that I've been playing with.
Yeah,
But
they look kind of like the egg sushi. Like the
yeah,
little
yeah,
like
that's kind of what it looks like. Yeah.
yeah. Oh,
Um,
that's a very interesting call. I'm not sure what the Yaku is here. Maybe trying to play for Chanta, but has the Dora pair. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. What's going on? Oh wait, sorry, we're not east. That makes sense.
sorry, I need to get to the camera. There
No,
we
no,
go.
no, 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 that's my fault.
Oh, you're fine. You're
Okay,
fine.
that makes way
Holt
more
is the
sense. Okay,
dealer
calling
now.
your Yakuhai.
Yeah.
Okay, calling your Yakuhai makes complete sense, especially when you have Dora too. That makes yeah.
Mm.
So nice hand on their left. Now dealer also looks like they have a reasonable hand. Not the best shapes, but okay, that Honko draw is kind of nice too. On the right, seems like a nice hand. Lots of middle tiles, good shapes. Probably it'll be like Richi Painfu or something. And across, almost the same. Richi Painfu, maybe Tanyao, maybe Sanshoku 678. So, oh, that's a interesting call. Just calling for open Itsu, Itsudora one. Um, don't hate it. That's
Oh,
Tenpai.
he is gonna hit it.
Now this 7 pain's a little awkwardly dangling in Sashimi's hand. Oh, it's Garth.
Yeah, it's Garth. Yeah, but the username is different here, so I'm not totally sure if maybe there was a substitution. I didn't get news of anything, so it's still in the log like that.
Yeah, oh boy.
Here
Yeah,
we are.
Sashimi deals in no matter what they drop here. Okay, yeah. It's a more expensive hand, unfortunately. But, well, I guess dealer 2, I don't know. Who would you rather deal into? Dealer Ricci or 3-Han? I don't know.
Well, normally I want to avoid dealer Ricci because that's just the insult that adds to injury, but
Yeah.
or
So
maybe the other
you
way around. But
tilt the
take a look at this
6-0 is an
dealer hand.
interesting discard. Yeah. So he
It's
has all his. Oh, what?
gonna go for
Hmm.
Juncha. Yeah, it looks like Jonta here with Dora. Yeah, definitely full speed ahead to that. But now this is the tricky part. You have one more shape to
Uh,
make, and you don't really have. Oh well, okay. But you could just win on this 8-0 as well. Take everybody by surprise. There's an
yeah,
8-0 waiting in Garth's hand right now. I don't know if he drops it.
yeah. So what is this? So is this 30? No, this is already 40 fu. But I guess if you had 30 fu, like 230 is what 29, 330 is 58. So you're
Hmm.
sacrificing a lot of speed. Oh, what the? I guess doesn't want
Yeah.
the free 10. Doesn't want free 10. That makes sense.
Oh yes, that would be. I was about to say about that. Yeah. But now
Yeah,
he's back in Chanta range here with the South Weight. And it's
yeah.
going to come
No,
out from
okay.
Garth's hand and deal right in. White Dragon
So
outside hand Dora for 7,700 points to dealer.
yeah, very interesting. Did some like acrobatics to force Chanta in, but I guess
It
the hand was
worked.
at a point disadvantage and it
Yeah,
worked. So can't say anything.
there you go.
Um,
So East 3
another
continues now.
Yeah, another very reasonably like good hand. Okay, made a pair, so this hand is like already Shanten. Not the best shape on the Manzu side, but has a lot of room for improvement. That's a pretty fast call. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it makes sense. They have the Chun pair as well, so they're just doing Atazuke for a Chun. Um,
Hmm.
it's an interesting discard. Okay, the six. So I would have liked the five pane here, because that Sozu shape is so flexible. Like any Sozu there gives you a round min almost. Um, yeah. So now you're gonna suffer a little bit, um, but that's okay.
Okay,
Can
I'm
also play for Tanya. Hmm.
sorry, just a quick note. So, according to the view I'm seeing inside of Discord, that's actually Adriel O. I'm not sure
Oh, I know
how Garth
Adriel.
got added onto that list, but I'm assuming that's not Garth. That is Adriel in this match
Yeah.
here. So I will work to get that fixed. My apologies, everybody.
Oh, is Adriel in? Is this B3?
It's B2, or
Oh, it's
should
B2.
be. It's B2 too. I still need to fix that part of the screen as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
and
didn't know
in one
Adriel
sheet
was.
it said it was. In one side it said it was Garth, and the other one it's this. So I'm thinking this is Adriel because this matches the username here.
Oh, interesting. Wait, why don't
So
I see
there we
Adriel in
go.
the standings then?
Um, could it be a sub?
It
Because yeah, I'm
could
only
be.
seeing 2 games. So
Oh, that's right. Adriel is subbing. Okay, so Adriel's actually from Pacific Mahjong League. That's why I know.
okay.
That makes sense. Because I was like confused. I was like, is he in the Arm Bowl? Like, I don't see him in the standings. That makes sense. He's probably subbing.
Mm-hmm. It's
But
also going to view
meanwhile,
up my stats view leaderboard here, so that's it's not going to update that one.
no worries. Take your time.
I changed
Um,
the wrong one too. Oh
it's all good.
gosh.
Take your time. I can handle this.
Thank
Uh,
you.
all right. Oh shoot! Look at that hand that Adriel has. Uh, It's three pairs of honor tiles. I wonder what he's gonna do with this. You could kind of turn this into a Honitsu hand. Doesn't really want to commit yet, which I think is good. Okay, trying to commit to a Sozu Honitsu, which feels really good because one so is Dora. On the left, fun. That is Dice Sangen, kind of, but a Dice Sangen that he's never really gonna get, which is really sad. Because Angel has two of the Hatsus, but he's definitely gonna dream for it, and he's gonna take the Shosangen too, if he gets it.
Wow. Yeah, that's that's something.
Yeah.
It could
Um,
happen. It could
I,
happen.
I
I
don't think
mean,
Angel ever drops that pair. Not if
mm,
that chin gets called.
yeah.
Um, and then on dealer, oh, that's a really nice draw. Oh my god, everybody just has insane hands. Okay, this is free 10, 10 pie on 147. So sad because one pin is Itsu. Uh,
Yeah, that is interesting.
and
Oh,
that's
but
10 pie.
yeah. Nah, green dragons are not coming out now.
There's no way H.O.
No
drops
way.
that.
But if it
Especially
is,
like
you
if you had
can
a
be sure
single.
we'll be screaming.
Oh, wow. And he just draws the
Hmm.
huge Takame for the manga. Not the Mangan, it's 1326.
Mm. Quite a quite a
Well,
quite a move there.
what a hand. Oh my god.
Just breathe a
Everybody's
sigh
hands
of
are so
relief.
correct.
You've seen what you're up against now. Ooh.
Yeah, damn. All right.
And we have
Well,
Joshy Who in the chat who's helping with a little bit of a clarification. So Adriel is a sub covering for someone in B2. So
yeah.
perhaps that is Garth. I'm not sure at this point, but covering for someone in B2. So there you have it.
Oh, I didn't notice. He skipped the reso because he wanted the Dice gun, which is
Oh, okay. I mean, look, you got to go for it.
you have to
Or do
take
you?
it.
I
But
mean, I feel like I'd be
who
hard
was
pressed to
it?
turn that up. That
I think it
was we
who
just
said
turned
that?
halfway
Jason.
around. That was Jason.
Oh no, no, it must have been sashimi, right? Because we
I think it
turned
was
and it was the player on
sashimi.
the left.
Well, we turned.
Yeah,
We went 180, so everything is flipped. So that was actually
yeah,
Colt, I believe. Ricky.
yeah. It's really interesting because it feels bad taking that, but like in your point
Mm-hmm.
position in a league scenario, like you just need to take the win, especially like against like, well, there was no, was there a Ricci? There was no
I don't
Ricci,
believe there was. Yeah.
so he was just Damos. Like,
Hmm.
yeah, I think you have to
Anyway,
take it, but whatever. Okay, that's a
anyway, if
nice
we're all
draw.
caught up, here is
Yeah,
South 1 now. We're in the half, and scores are generally close. Let's see. We
yeah.
right now see the East is the Dora. Good shape so far in the dealer's hand right now, coming together quite nicely.
Yeah, I don't like the 6 pin drop because I would just cut like the penchant to make Tanya here, but it doesn't really matter too much now. Kind of get the best case scenario where you just make that Ryanman here. See
Mhm.
on the
Look at the
right
hand on the
you
right.
have
Yeah, look at that. Especially with that three mon
um
pickup. And that looks great. It does. It's a little bit shambly because there's still. Well, no, you have
it's just
Ipeco
deep
now.
Peko. Yeah, it's just like
Is it?
Richie Peko.
But then the wall keeps throwing you Manzu. Now you're
Oh, it's
Tenpai.
Senpai.
2 and 5
Doesn't want to
pin.
take it. I
I
I
mean,
really want to
you're
think like what are the upgrades here? I think the
right,
upgrades are Pinfu, maybe Peko.
and we're in the last 20 tiles, so you don't have much time to get those scant upgrades
Yeah, he
unless you
really wants
really want to drop
Chinitsu.
out of Tenpai and
Yeah,
hit that. I mean, yeah, Chinitsu is something to aspire for in the first row. You know, we're in the
yeah.
third row now. You
Although,
gotta.
like, the thing is, like, if you do Ricci this, it's just Ricci Nomi. Do you even want to win that? Like, I'm not even
Mm,
sure that's that tempting, to be honest. Like, you might pass up a small amount, but you might just be folding against this Ricci.
now we have a Ricci again, yeah, from Sashimi, but he's gonna go. Whoa, excuse me. He's gonna go for it. Sometimes a call goes crazy, a hiccup. 5 pin, 2 pin are the weights here. And across the way, it's 6 mon, 9 mon.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess there's two options on Ricci's. You can either fold out or just slam it, and I guess he chose to slam it.
But it's going to
Uh,
slam into a draw here. So again, those
yeah,
happen pretty late in this hand, so you don't have a whole lot of time to do that.
yeah. Oh, dealer cannot get 10 pi, so yeah, we'll make
Dealers
the
better
call.
just fold here
I think he was
safely.
considering calling to like change Haite, but it doesn't even matter because you give the other Luigi player Haite at that point.
Right. It's not
So
going to be for you.
yeah,
Okay, South 2 continues now. Oh, sorry, no. South 2 begins now. That was not a dealer repeat. There we go. We are caught up. Dealer has a pretty nice looking hand here so far for Ricky. Good shapes in Manzu. You have door acceptance in Pinzu, but he may not want to wait around for that because this is looking like it has some real flush potential, especially with that call of 9 mon. He is committing to it.
yeah, I think that's interesting. You can just make Chinitsu here, and
Yeah.
pretty good. Dealer Chinitsu is very
Mm-hmm.
scary.
Hmm.
Um,
Con potential here, but that might be one you want to hang on to in case the 7 mon comes around.
yeah, I agree. Oh wow, just drawing straight Manzu.
I mean,
Okay.
yeah, Wall's cooperating with him. He likes this plan. The Wall likes this
Yeah,
plan, I should say.
yeah. On the right, that hand actually looks. It's cheat toy.
Well,
It's
could
Isha
be,
Denji
yeah.
cheat toy.
Oh wow, yeah, that's true. Wow.
And then across that is just not the just kind of awkward shapes. But has a lot of middle tiles, can like develop the hand a little more. Has one Dora. And on the left that looks like Itsu on the Sozu. Um, is
Mm-hmm.
like one Shanten from Itsu. Just needs a 6 or a 7. Yeah, it's just like committing to the
Mm-hmm.
Itsu, which makes
But
sense.
Ricky, meanwhile, committing to the Chinitsu
Oh man, what is
Ishanten
this?
as well.
Yeah.
Oh, we're going for Khan. New another Khan. Two
Oh
Khan at
man, you can
once.
see
Nine
that.
Pin and West
And
are
not Denpai
new
yet, but
Dora.
just drawing
Yeah.
a straight Manzu. What in the world?
Even from the
Like,
Rinshans, well, not quite the Rinshans, getting norths,
yeah, but like,
but
it's just
oh my
Water Tells
gosh.
Manzu. Alright. Someone take a look at the wall. This is crazy.
Yeah. Well, let's see what that does for the rest of these hands here. It does give a lot of Dora to Sashimi now, who's
Oh
really
my
knocking on the
god.
door of a really expensive Toy Toy.
Oh man. Now, like, if someone hits the Ricci button and wins, this is gonna be a terrifying hand.
Mm-hmm. Five
It's.
pin, 6 mon are the weights for Sashimi now. And now 5 mon, 6 mon for this Chinitsu for the dealer.
Oof. Looks like Ajo's gonna kind of bail out, which is very reasonable after seeing all of this.
Mm-hmm. Of course, 7 so also Dora here. Strangely, we don't see that, but it's going to deal in across the way for Tanya with only one Dora, and Ricky's got to be breathing a sigh of relief right now that that wasn't a whole lot more.
Oh my god, good defuse. That is terrifying.
Incredible. Whew. Well, with that action, we are on to South 3 now. Dora is 2 so and only 2 so right now. And Dealer's already got an Ipeco looking shape queued up.
Yeah. As this sells pair, so we'll get the Pinfu,
Mm-hmm.
but like still not awful. On the right we have Kanchan. So
Mm.
not super fun, but see if he gets some nice fills or upgrades. Across we have Tanya. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. I think that's the
there's
play
like
here. Yeah, and he
yeah,
sees
if
it
he gets
too.
this
He's
done.
going to drop the 9 so.
Yeah, and then on the left we have Tanya. Cool. It depends on it, like if you draw the 1/1. But yeah, all the hands are looking like relatively. Dealer looks like they picked up a pair of tunes as well. So
Oh,
now it
yeah.
seems like they just want to call and go for like maybe a Pinzu Honitsu if they can make it happen.
But again, you need wall cooperation, and that's not really happening here.
Oh, that's interesting. With the Dora pickup, they just chuck the 5/6 Ryanman and
Mm-hmm.
just trying to call for. Okay, now it's Chitoi Shanten. Wow. I wonder. Yeah, so I think I like this. Just playing for like everything. Just playing for normal hand, playing for
Mm-hmm.
Chitoi.
Yeah, we need
Uh,
a break after that last one.
yeah.
Oh, but now
Oh
this
man.
is Tenpai for Ryan here, waiting on South
Yeah.
and Chun.
Dama. That's fine. It's like Tuhan.
Might be waiting for an Ipeco upgrade, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. I would personally reach you this, but like I think Dama's okay. You're
All
dealer,
right.
and might as well put some pressure on people. You're not gonna fold
Mm,
this either way.
no, absolutely not. We got two chi calls from Adriel across the way. But the rest of this hand is not really set up yet. You do have a pair. You have two,
Yeah.
really. But otherwise, Kanchan's around. Kanchan's ahoy.
Yeah. And the threes are all held now or discarded. So it's gonna be pretty tricky to win that.
Hmm.
I'm surprised we didn't just get Chitoi from the right, but we are
Right.
10 pi on 7, so which is
Oh,
very
yeah.
sad weight right now, but
But you pick it up anyway. It doesn't matter how rare it is if you just grab it. 1,100 points to Asuna for a quick hit there, taking a pretty good lead as we head into all last.
Anya will end it all, as Redson said in the chat.
Of course. And that's Jason. I'm trying to say the real names here, but Jason is our last dealer.
Mhm.
Good. I was gonna say good shapes, but the more I look at them, I was like, maybe not. This hand needs a lot of work, but it
Yeah,
does
no,
have door
definitely.
acceptance anyway. If you can say one nice thing about it.
True. Yeah. Door would be really nice here. You make your pair, you make your whatnot. On the
Mm-hmm.
right we have a pair of Hatsus, so that might just be a call and run kind of hand.
Mm.
Uh across looks you have a Dora pair, but the shapes are not all there. We're getting there, but slowly. And on the left, that looks like the worst hand. Don't know what to do with that. Maybe like,
Yeah.
yeah, you just have really bad shapes.
Mm.
So
And the
you're
wall
actually
is
just waiting.
not helping, as you can see. Only
Yeah, no, definitely
providing
not.
honors at this point, or just about. Looks like that's
Yeah, at
all
this
he's
point,
getting.
all Sashimi can do, or I guess what's her name, Ryan can do, is just hold this Hatsu for as long as he can to keep it away from Adriel.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Yeah.
dealer's hand is coming together better than that. And now Hatsu called by Adriel.
Okay. Yeah, looks like everyone's hands are just a little slow, so this might be a hand
Mm-hmm.
like
But
around
across
that
the
actually go
way,
quite a
I'm thinking that might be our contender here. Ricky's hand, you got two Dora, some good shapes coming
Yeah,
together. You might have to
it's really
sacrifice one of the
unfortunate.
Doras, but
Exactly.
and that's what exactly what it's going to do because now it's 10 pie, 3 pin, 6 pin for the well, not the win, but it'll be enough to. I think he can get above 30K depending on the Uras.
Yeah, it's
And we're
reaching
about
for
to
big
find
aura.
out. 6 pin is the
Oh,
draw for a
oh, it's a Hats.
Patsu.
Yeah,
Sumo, Binfu, Dora. No Ura, but 9,000 is enough to jump
yeah.
ahead of the 30K line.
Oh,
So,
nice.
positive score for Pult. That'll be 7 points he's walking away with.
Yeah, unfortunately,
For
that brings
Jason,
Ryan below
yeah.
30.
Jason will be taking 21.9, Ryan and -6, and Adriel picking up 22.9. Now, of course, with Adriel being a sub, that's not going to factor into the main leaderboard as much, though everyone else's scores are still very much on. Everyone's scores are still going to count. It's just Adriel's is not really, you know what I mean. Not
Yeah, yeah, makes sense.
not on the leaderboard. And that's why you're not seeing them on the leaderboard right now. So let's take a look here. It doesn't look like they have started their next game just yet. Let me pull up the full detailed stats just so we can have a gander at them in the time being. So yeah, B2 has been interesting, and I'm not just saying that because I'm in it, but as you can see now, our players Ryan, Ricky, and Jason. Ryan just above par, sorry, just below par, I should say, with in 11th place with -2.6. Ricky has -84.1. And Jason deep in the demotion zone right now with 159.8. But still a lot of time to come out from this. So we will
Yeah.
keep up with them. I'm going to wait and see when they're. Okay, it looks like they have just started their next game, so we'll be catching up with that in just a few minutes. We will take a short break to catch our breaths from that fast and furious game. We'll be right back in just a little bit. And welcome back to Monday Night Roan. I'm Blaine Singletary, and I'm joined now by Nathaniel, who's just hopped in the booth with me. How you doing, Nathaniel?
Doing quite well. Got a couple early games in today, and I'm excited to watch everything that's been going on tonight. A very busy night this Monday.
Very busy night, and that last game was no exception to the crazy, frantic action. Almost got close to Daisangen at one point, and I don't even think that was the craziest part.
Ah,
Um,
that's
but here we go. That's the gong, and East one begins now. Let's see, sashimi. That's Ryan is our first dealer here. Dora is the 6 pin, and this is an okay looking hand so far. You've got the Hatsu at the moment, so maybe you can work with that. The rest of this hand is okay. And our opening south seat is Adriel, with some pairs here and a couple of sequences already locked in. Across the way, Ricky is our opening west, and some decent shapes right now, but he's going to need to work at that a bit more. And Jason, our opening north seat, is going to probably try to do a little bit of the same here. You've got a 789 though, so he'll be working with that.
Yeah, an 8-pin draw is really promising for a 789 Sanchoku. That 7 mon is a great fill. This hand just 2 away from Tempai. And of course, we saw Ryan opening up on the Hatsu, aiming for just a fast 5,800 points, or maybe even more if you can find the third Dora 6-pin.
Absolutely. We saw a bit of that in the last game too. It's kind of interesting to see what these players kind of prefer, what kind of shapes they prefer, what kind of yaku they prefer, and such like that.
Speaking of interesting Yaku, we saw an interesting 1-2-3 chi across the way for Ricky. And it is looking like it's trying to be Junchan, but a little bit of a stretch to get there. Unfortunately, we've drawn the 6, so we're going to have to get rid of that in order to achieve our goal. But might not have enough time to do that because Ryan already Tempai here on the 5 mon.
Yeah, just a call and go game for a quick pickup. Well, that'll be Ricci for Jason now. 4 pin 2 so are the weights here for this Shanpong weight.
Yeah, good move by Jason to just take the Ricci with the 9 mon instead of the 6 mon. There's no Sancho here anymore. But oh my goodness, the Kanchan's going to fill.
There you go. Oh, Dora too. I forgot about that. That'll be 7,000 points for our dealer.
Yeah, 2,000 all plus the Ricci stick. Great start for Ryan.
Very nice. East one continues now. 3 so is the Dora here. And 345 is the shape we're seeing right now for our dealer. But otherwise, still has a lot to work on here. Looking at the right, decent shapes here. Nothing really completed yet. Oh, that 3 pin, that 3 so will help, and it's the door as well. So good looking there. Across the way, I'm seeing. It looks okay, but hey, you've got Dora now. Do what you can with that. And on the left,
None of these hands
really.
fantastic.
No.
It's got the East pair on the left, but not much more than that. East pair to Dora, so at least it's callable for 2,000 points. And that's exactly what Jason will aim for here.
Nice call there.
The speediest hand likely to be Adriel's on the right, but that 7 mon fill, another Penchant 7 mon that we've seen in these first couple of hands, really helping out these players.
Mm-hmm. And now we see Adriel with that 3-sided. Well, you already mentioned that Penchant, right? Yeah, you already mentioned that.
It's going to be interesting to see how Adriel plays, as you mentioned, a substitute player. I do have a little bit of info. I met Adriel at the Seattle Open recently in January. And,
oh, yeah, I did too. That's where that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, really efficient player. Has very good knowledge of maximum efficiency, but also likes to play a little bit of Sakigiri in mind. And we see this 2 mon come out a little bit ahead of schedule, wanting to rely on the Diamond here. Oh, wow, look at that Penchant fill again. 2 in a row.
Very
Sashimi,
nice.
Ryan looking quite strong. And that's an interesting move by Adriel, cutting the 2 pin there, not aiming for 2-4 Sanchoku. Rather hoping that this tricky Shampoo comes to fruition with the North 6-mod weight. However, we're going to see a reach from dealer.
That's right. He was debating on how he should, what weights he should be going for here, but decides on the 9-mon 1 pin, which is looking, well, it looks good to him. We see the 9-mons are locked up a little bit anyway.
Yeah, it's actually not standard to Ricci this way. Of course. Oh, I see. We dropped the 5. We dropped the 5 before drawing the 6, of course. Yeah, never mind. This is perfectly standard, and it's a really tricky weight on the final 1 pin. If we still had that 5-mon, perhaps we could have had Itsu Pifu as well, but I see the way this ended up panning out.
Yeah. And there's only the one pin remaining. Somewhere in this wall, 14 draws to go.
Yeah, the 1 pin might come out if drawn because visible to the board are 3 of the 2 pins. So it's just a 1 chance here, although the later we get in the game, the more suspicious 1 chance becomes, less reliable.
I believe that's Ricky folding here.
But with the 4 pin coming out, that 1 pin now becomes full Suji, so it looks relatively safe now.
Oh, there it is.
It's coming out. It's coming out for sure. This 4 pin first. 4 pin first, but no, it comes out instead.
The 1 pin for Ricci with an Uradora. Sashimi picking up 5,200 points. So lengthen this lead and remain as dealer.
There, Adriel was holding the wider Ishanten, hoping to be able to draw, say, 5 pin into Tenpai. And so figured the Suji 1 pin was good enough, and normally it would be, but not in this case.
Right. It's all about what makes it across the finish line. And we continue with East 1 with the Dora being Green Dragon this time. Dealer dropping his dragons pretty early, but for good reason, filling in these Kanchans in exchange. It's looking pretty good there, in fact. Let's see, on the right here we have some pairs. That 5, 6, 7 is completed. You have shapes trying to get completed. Across the way for Ricky. I don't know. I'm seeing more pairs here. But that could go many different ways. It's in a good spot. It's flexible. And meanwhile, for Jason on the right, on the left, it's kind of a similar situation there. 3 pairs, but a lot of shapes that are all kind of close together, tying together to see if they can bring this home.
Yeah, big question mark on the Green Dragon. Always when the Dora is a Yaku High Dragon like this. Very tempting to hold on to it and try to create out a little bit of value. Also, a little scary to drop it, so we'll see how long.
Well, if I'm feeling at all scared about dropping it, I try to drop it just as soon as I can. First row, really. If it's still single by the end of the first row, I'm probably going to get rid of it. But he's holding out some faith here. And as we can see, none of the other Green Dragons have been seen yet.
And holding out faith is great when they're all in the wall.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan decides it's a little too late to keep attempting to draw to Tenpai, so we'll just open up immediately for Tanya only. Waiting 2-5 so. And I think definitely as you get to the middle of the second row, you start to feel pressure to make that move, especially when Dora is unseen. It's like, someone out there's got it, I just got to end the hand before they win with it.
But that was Jason picking up one more Dora, but Ricky is going to take that hand, moving to... Oh, wait, no, that was...
Ricky dealing in, right?
No, that was...
Ricky dealing in.
Yeah, Ryan getting even more points. Yeah, I had that backwards. Yeah, East 1 is continuing. San Bonba now.
Is indeed, and ooh, really spicy hand for dealer, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that
San
was
Shoku.
amazing.
Yeah, nothing but progress here. I mean, you'd like to see San Shoku, but he could shock the table with another quick tenpai that just sends dread down everyone's spine.
I mean, if you get the 3-pin, it's San Shoku Junchan.
That is true. Yeah, it's still very much alive. No 3 pins I'm seeing yet either. But speaking of quick reachy, Adriel's already jumping in on this. 8-pin only. So I don't know if this is the best
Oh, it's
weight
gonna be
you
a
could have.
chase for sure.
Yeah, here we go.
This is maximum value if you get the 3-pin. Don't falter now. There it
Oh,
is.
but not gonna call reachy just yet.
So the 2-pin lighting up here, it can win by Tsumo, but cannot Ron.
That's true, because it wouldn't be Junchan anymore. So the question is, what is Ryan waiting on? There's the 3-pin, but I think we're going to see Jason hang on to that one.
It's
Or
starting
not.
to look. It's starting to look a little bit safe because 3 of the 4s are out, and that's enough for Ryan to clear the Ricci.
Ah, there we go.
Oh, but he
Oh,
drops
he's
his
going to drop the
8-pin.
8. Oh, that was the wrong time to
tragedy.
reach. I mean, it's only...
Ricci no me.
Yeah, but it ended up being the worst possible time to do it, sadly.
The opportunity cost, though, oh my goodness, that was a monster that was brewing. With Sumo has hot him on by itself.
Yeah, I know. Insane
Sumo on the
there.
3-pin, I should say.
Sumo on the 3-pin, yes. All right. Well, you're a lot faster on the Switch than I am here, but bear with me. Here we are, with the right dealer now. East 2, the Dora is 6-pin. A pretty good standard hand here for our dealer. Looks like he's going to angle for Tanyo to get a little bit of value out of this. Picks up 9-pin there.
How about Sanchoku?
That's right. That's always the one I miss. I'm glad you're here to pick that up for me. So, and an early pawn call from Ryan trying to get back in this thing. He has some good shapes. I mean, that's Ishanten now. He's got to fill in one of those 5-7s, so if he could fill
Another
in...
hand that looks like Sanchoku was actually difficult to achieve unless you pair up one of the lower So tiles, 1, 2, or 3, and then discard the other 2 in that sequence.
Oh, yes, yes. Across the way, we're kind of going backwards here, but that looks like Chitoy.
Mm-hmm.
He's Ishanten for it.
Oh,
but
that's
never
gonna convince him
mind.
to open.
Might be opening, might go for Honitsu instead.
Yeah, Toy Toy Who Needs to Hedge. If the 3-pin comes, you probably call it a name for Toy Toy. But without the 3-pin, you're almost certainly going to Honitsu. Oh, can hedge a little bit now with a 3 So pawn. Still could be either hand.
Yeah. And here's Ricky. Look at Ricky's hand here. Has some sequences there. We could see a Sanchoku from this as well. 4-5, 4-5, 4-5 I'm looking at. Yeah, he just needs the 3 in Manzu and you're all set. But our dealer's hanging on to 2 of them here. That's Jason moving to 10 pi for Toy Toy. East and 3-pin are the weights here. East giving him 1 more Han, of course.
Currently 3 Han without the East. Lots of food there. Adriel, small backfire on the Sanchoku 789 force, but now retaining the 6 So just in case. Oh, it doesn't matter because it's Sumo.
Sumo for Toy Toy, East, Red Dragon. That'll be Mangan for Jason.
8,000 points. That will advance the dealership forward again.
Indeed. Here we go. East 3 and 9 So is the Dora this time. Our dealer has a 1, 2, 3 sequence completed in his hand, but that's really about it. I guess, well, okay, never mind. Here's 5, 6, 7. Making great progress. Don't even need to listen to me. Jason with the Hatsus, pair of them, and a good shape in 4, 5, 6 over there on the right. Across the way, this hand's looking a little bit more challenging, but we'll keep an eye on that. On the left, well, you have an Anko of the 4-mon already, but not a whole lot of other good shapes to go along with that. And now we see Jason calling Hatsu fairly early there to bring that hand closer. 6, 7, 8. There's 10 pi. 1 mon, 4 mon now.
3 tiles in the wall for this weight. Hatsu only is just 1,000 points, but Jason does have the upgrade of drawing a Dora, and there it is.
Very nice.
Now
So that'd
looking
be
at
Hatsune
2,000
Dora 1.
points. Pretty
Yeah.
much a waiting game for him. I don't know if anyone can catch up. I guess across the way, Ryan is Ishan 10 with a couple different draws into Tenpai.
Yeah, the dealer's hand, while showing a lot of good progress, is kind of stalled out. Looks like he might be hedging
Oh,
towards. Well, never mind. There's Tenpai. You could possibly hedge towards the Itsu there, but it's going to go for a Shanpon on 6-0 White Dragon instead.
talk about terrible draws. Jason immediately draws another Dora. Cannot discard that so easily against the dealer
Oh,
Ricci. And what a
wow.
sumo! Oh no!
Mmm.
Understandable to not want to push that.
Gotta be
It doesn't mean he's out of it either. This 5-mon's relatively safe now. If he passes the 1-mon rather, he can get back into Tenpai. Speaking of which,
Oh. But here's the sumo for the dealer. For Ricci, sumo, and Anura for 8,000 points. It's not a Mangan, but it sure feels like one.
yeah, 2,000 all plus 2 Ricci sticks will make 8,000 gain for Ricky, who's been doing quite well lately, not only in the league promoting last season, I believe, and also in ladder promoting there too. So Ricky's
Wow.
been doing quite well.
In which ladder are we talking about?
The newer one, not Tenho.
Ricci City?
No, a Mahjong Soul.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know I've seen his name. I think I was against him last session. I was trying to remember. I know the name Polt sounds familiar, but
Both always active in the broadcasts as well.
that's
Whenever
true.
we
That's
give him,
true.
I see his name in the chat a lot.
He is. He
Always
is indeed.
always fun to see Armo members in the stream chat.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh, interesting pawn on the right. Is this a Chinitsu force?
Yeah, it's very good. I mean, it's very easily there. You have no reason to hang on to your single fives. It's not like we're playing with red fives, as we discussed before. Oh,
I am
yeah, there we go. Full speed ahead to Chinitsu. Doesn't matter if it's open.
sorely tempted to pass the first call just to give ourselves a Chunen shot. We had 3 9s and 2 1s, so technically it was live.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
But how about just being Tenpai for Chinitsu? That's pretty good too.
Senpai for Chinitsu just needs a 7-so, and none of those are on the board yet, or in the hand at all. They're all on the wall right now.
If I'm Jason and I had that information, I'd be extremely pleased.
Absolutely.
It's like Adriel's going to try to shut this hand down, though. Opening up with the Chun. Now looking to beat Ishantam.
Oh, a con called by Jason now. New door is 4 mon. It doesn't seem to change too much of the complexion of this game, though it does give Adriel one more. And now he's Tenpai on the 3 mon.
Will Jason's hand.
Yeah, he shifted that weight a little bit now. Well, it's still 7-so.
He
Just got
can't
rid
drop
of the
this. There's no way, right? Yeah, it's too
7
hard to drop
mon.
another SoTal here.
No, it's not. I'd be very, very careful looking at this discard and what he's called. I mean, that's got to be Chinitsu. Or, I mean, it could just be you got a pocket Yakuhai somewhere. But he's going to go to Tenpai. Wait, if you can't beat it, then wait on it instead. 2-so is the wait for this hand. It'll be 7-so! For a full flush instant Mangan, Jason taking away 8,300 points.
Big win. Puts him into first place, and he'll be the recipient of the dealership now. East 4.
Yeah, very big win indeed. Hopes to continue this momentum for sure. The new Dora for this round is Red Dragon. And we could see, well, Sanshoku's kind of far off, but we're seeing 1, 2, 3s, stuff kind of around that part of the hand. Maybe even get a Peiko later on. I mean, there's a lot of things this hand could turn into. It's a great start.
Super fast. It's Ishantet already.
That's true, yeah. Anything you pick up could be it. Let's see,
Right, there's
Ryan.
a Dora.
Oh, yeah. Wait, where? What about?
Let's
Oh,
see,
I
the
see it,
tune.
yeah. Ryan just picked it up.
That'll
The
be
tune.
interesting to see how long he holds on to it here.
Hmm. Again, it's that thing where it's nice, it's hopeful, it could be some very easy value, but you have to get them first. So,
Similarly, on the left, a tune just picked up, and
oh,
it'll be a little bit tricky. That one, at least, you can call the Haku and use the Dora as your pair. But there's lots of other pairs in the hand, so maybe you think about doing Chitoi instead with 4 pairs.
oh, but there's the reach from the dealer now. Not
And a
gonna.
choice.
Yeah, it's what I
Choice.
called on the stream the last time I was on with Jen, a fail to Payco shape. But
Yes.
1 so 3 pin are the weights here for Sean Pawn.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the 2-so is much worse than this weight, but now that there's a Suji created on the 1-so, it looks very good.
There's 3 pin. Gonna fit into Adriel's hand here, though, so I don't think he'll be dropping it. There's
But
one
this 1-so
so.
will
Oh.
almost certainly. Suji trapped again.
Yeah.
Adriel cannot escape this. It was on the 1 pin earlier and the 1-so now. And it's very unusual for that once cut Suji trapped terminal tile to deal in, and yet it's happened twice.
Yeah, that's insane. It's not doing well for Adriel. I mean, that's just poor. I mean, as someone who, in a game you called of mine, happened to draw the one bad tile and then draw the next dangerous tile right after, it's a rock in a hard place situation for sure. Anyway, we continue with East 4 now. 1 Honba, the Dora is 5 so. Good shapes here thus far. Looks like this hand is coming together quite quickly and nicely, but not to be outdone. Adriel calling the Easts early on for 1 Han on that side of the table. This hand's looking pretty good as well across a 7-8-9 sequence right now. I'm picking up a 4-5-6, so this is Ishan 10, though you have 2 floaters to worry about. On the
Really looking for the Dora to give that hand a little bit of value to it.
Yeah, you would like that. Let's see, on the left, we have an Anko of the 3-mon there. Good shapes coming up so far. And we got to look at the hand on the right. We missed that one before, but that's Ryan calling a pawn of the 3 pin. Looks like he might be trying for Toy Toy here. Suppose there's other things he could be trying as well.
All these terminal tiles, I definitely agree that it's a Toy play. It's very tricky to shift all the way to Tanya for this.
Indeed.
He's holding tiles that he thinks are still in the wall so that he can pair them up.
Just normally how I would approach a hand like this. And there's another call. And another step closer.
We did see a second Dora draw on the left. And getting a bit expensive.
Oh, yeah. I see that. That could be a successfully Payco. But we've got 10 pie across the way for Adriel now, waiting on 6-so Tonki. And there it is.
Comes out.
Not a lot of points, but he needs to start this tide moving in the other direction, his direction, as we head into the half.
Yeah, you're not expecting that 6-mon to win. It's just sort of waiting to swap out to a different Tonki, but if it comes out, you'll take it.
Absolutely. Another good opening hand as we head into South 1 for Ryan. Already has the Dora, already has some pairs. Well, still does have some work to do here. I was looking a little bit, seeing those as sequences first, but it's coming together. We'll keep an eye on that. Of course, that's our job. On the right, let's see. We have, well, that 2-3-4 sequence looks pretty nice. Good shapes forming up here as well. Across the way, there's 3 pairs right now. It's kind of the same situation the dealer's in right now, We're going to see Ryan calling the 3-pin again early. Looks like he might be again angling for Toy Toy. I mean, if it worked once, might work again.
Yeah, I recall when Ryan first joined the league, my perception was that he really does like to call Pon and ends up winning a lot of Toy Toy hands as a result. Now it will be interesting to see if he ends up with a Toy Toy hand or if it just works its way towards East only. And a lot will depend on whether a 4-so or a 5-so comes out soon or if we draw that tile. And what happens with this door is also a very interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
So here's the interesting spot. Now, the most efficient cut is to discard either the 4-so or the 5-so. But, of course, Ryan here is going for it all and finds Toy Toy Tempai.
Once again, 6-mon, 4-so, and the 4-so
This
just
four-
got picked up.
It's
It's
so
very
safe.
loose. It looks safe, but Polt's not going to drop that just yet. He might drop it now, though. Ooh,
It looks like he's
okay.
full bailing. Wow.
Wow.
This would be such a great decision if he can get escape completely.
That's a good
but
read
we
of
see
your
a fight.
opponent, catching up on a trend there. But now we see Adriel going for the reach. 1-pin, 4-pin are the weights here.
Looks like 4-7, so Richie Pinfu.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, my bad.
And now this 4-so would be double Roan if it comes out. Ricky in full bail mode now.
Yeah, Ricky's got to get out of here before it gets too dicey.
Where's the Dora? It looks like there's one in the wall.
Yeah, one in the hand.
1 4-so in the wall, 1 Dora in the wall.
There's about 20 draws to go.
2 7s.
Seven pin picked up. Oh, the wall just keeps tempting Ricky here, but he's not listening. He's committing to this fold.
Well done. The last 4-so is drawn, so now it's down to 2 tiles versus 1.
I think we're seeing Jason do the same here.
Oh, the 7s!
Oh, no!
Your hand is too valuable.
Yeah, I gotta push that.
Fortunately for Ryan, no Dora in the hand for Adriel, so just Richie Penfu. And that will allow Ryan to remain over 30,000 going into South 2. Adriel picks up some much-needed points.
Yeah, very well done there from all the players to keep that from getting too bloody, if that's a word to use.
Adriel's been waiting for this very moment. This is the hand where he can blow things open. East pair in hand as this dealer Yakuhai. Dora 2, potentially 3 soon.
Wow. Very nice. And that last, the third East is currently sitting in the hand across and could be coming out quite quickly here. I'm not seeing too much honor acceptance happening here. You have some good shapes already with that 1, 2, 3. You have some pairs kind of around it. So I don't see hanging on to East, especially with Green Dragon coming out right now. I think in the general efficiency guidebook, they say to drop the East. Well, no. Well, why would he be holding on to East then?
Things get a bit muddled because it's the Dora.
Right, because it is Dora. You're right.
But yeah, generally you do want to discard earlier. Interesting spot for Adriel as well. Do we keep the 4-mon or the 9-so?
Gotta keep the 4-mon instead.
Gotta cover shapes, and that's why you keep the Dora to pair it up.
Oh.
And now Adriel's gonna need a Richie.
Yeah. Now we're mochi on that. We haven't looked at the hand on the left yet. Ryan, look at this hand.
Tempai.
Yeah, that Peiko shape. Yeah, he's Tenpai. 6-mon, 3-mon.
Interestingly, not taking the Richie here. He can Roan on the 6-mon, but not the 3-mon. Perhaps hoping for a Pinfu upgrade with the 3-pin draw.
That could happen.
And now Jason, of course, with the 2 Dora scary hand. Ishanten there. Adriel still looking for a Tempai tile.
Give him another dangerous 6-mon.
Nope, that's it.
He could call Sumo here. Yep, and he does. It's a fully concealed Sumo, only 1,100 points. But that'll do to shut down a scary East Dora hand for sure.
I can tell you there are 2 players who are very disappointed with that result.
Yes, indeed. I think we know exactly who they are. South 3 begins now. 6 so is the door this time. It could fit into this dealer hand we have in front of us, but I may decide don't need it after all. You already have that 3-4-5 sequence and now a pair in the same suit. Interesting drop there of the 1 mon, though this is kind of an interesting hand. Not really sure what I would cut here. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a little tricky to tell.
Yeah, it is a bit tricky. Let's look at the other hands here. On the right, this could become a half flush. All you got to do is ditch that 1 so, and then you have the honors to kind of deal with, but that won't take too much. You just 2 of them are easily callable. Yep, and he's going to commit to that now. Sadly, none of them are the seat wind or the round wind, but they could easily blow you to victory nonetheless. Across the way, okay, that might have been the wrong term to use, but, push, sales, something like that. Anyway, moving on. Ryan, across the way, with good sequences there so far. You got 2 anyway. Shapes coming together. How's the door even? Similar story on the left, where we see some pairs and some good things happening in the Sozu area.
Oh,
and that's exactly what you don't want to happen. It's not even going to call reach on that. He's that disappointed by it. But 7 mon.
The Dora, you can't. You could drop the 7 mon.
Yeah, you could just go for
Chitoy Dora 2.
And that's what happens.
Just jams the door against dealer reach on Ipatsu turret. That's brave.
I guess dropping Dora there, and granted you are dropping that Dora into an Ipatsu reach, will let you keep Honitsu in this case, but he's going to drop the 7 mon, which is the actual dangerous tile, and deal in Richi Pinfu for 3,900 points.
I did avoid dealing into Ipatsu though.
Yeah.
That's amazingly enough. The door was safer than the 7 mon.
See, the door is just the tile that would make the deal in that much more painful, but this is different in that case, where it just wasn't even the tile that was needed.
Yeah, it was very close to being, though, so crisis averted, and Ricky will try to continue the dealership here with a Yakuhai available to be called, and reasonable shapes. There's 1-2 Penchon overlapping with the 4-5 pin, a little bit weak, but technically gives him enough blocks to be able to play. So he will hold on to it for now.
Mm-hmm. And on the right here for Jason, this is a rather difficult hand. But that pickup's going to help things with the now a completed sequence and a Penchon wait. Across the way, we see a couple of pairs and a completed 4-5-6 Manzu sequence. Also have a pair of the Hatsu. And on the left, we see a hand that could get that Dora and do some beautiful things with it, but it's not there just yet. Has a lot of good shapes otherwise.
So 8-pin is going to greed a little bit. It's thinking about Itsu, it's thinking about 4-5-6 Sanchoku.
Mm-hmm.
We are just approaching Tenpai for Tanyao. 5 Mahan, not really the ideal pair for this hand. But it is Ishanten, should he choose to accept it. No, he's going for more.
Not to.
Yeah, with this gap, it makes sense. Israel doesn't want to end this game in last place, wants to be able to fight for third at least.
Yeah. That's admirable considering his rank is not actually mattering in this season, per se. Still wants to give it his best. That's admirable.
Absolutely. We're going to see a Ricci across the table from Ryan, hoping to confirm second place, or perhaps get a little lucky with Uda and steal away at first. Ricci Nomi waiting on 5-8 so.
There's the 8. And good decision there by Ricky to not deal that in.
But I fear that it might be coming out soon. Ricky has a lot of incentive to win this hand and not much to lose by dealing in.
This is true. but he won't have to. 5-so gets picked up by Ricky, and that'll be that Ryan. I mean, 5,300 points as we head into all last, and he's got a real shot at taking the lead in this one.
Oh, and I'd been imagining that round was all last, but in fact it was just South 3. So
Yeah.
Ricky afforded another chance to get over 30,000. Similarly, Adriel has a target now. Mangan Sumo will be enough for Adriel to take third place. Oh, he's going to call his way to Mangan. It's going to be
Wow.
Yakuhai Honitsu with a Khan now on the
Oh.
left. With these players spicing things up now.
Wow, the heat is on for sure. 3-so, the new Dora. Adriel not backing down, calling the East now. Honitsu
Calls
Toy
all over the
Toy,
place.
perhaps? Yeah, everybody's
definitely.
sensing the shotgun start here, or I guess the shotgun finish, because it's toward the end of the game. And definitely Ryan has every right to try and hit the gas on this, because he doesn't have a whole lot of points to catch first. He'd like to give that a good shot.
Yeah, Jason not necessarily too disappointed about everyone opening their hands, because generally that cheapens the hands, and he might be able to retain first just by nature of no one having enough value.
That's true. That's a good pickup there.
Ishantan.
Shantan, indeed.
And with the Khan on the board, Ricci is really strong.
Oh, yes. That could definitely turn all kinds of tables. It's nothing like the 3 cons we had in the last game. If you can believe that. That was the crazy mark. Okay. He's
Adriel
Tenpai.
holding on to this one Mon because it could give Tenpai, but not really with enough value. So maybe missed out on an opportunity to con. If he cons now, it will be Chang Khan.
Does he do it?
Definitely thinking about it, though.
Yeah, the button is there and blinking right at his face.
If he gets the Haku call and it hits Ricky directly, it will be enough.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you wouldn't want to call this con if you don't want... Oh, but there's 4-so, and it's going to deal into Sashimi, who's going to help defuse this again with only 1 Dora. And that's exactly how that 3 con hand ended last time, with a simple Yakuhai Dora, and definitely breathing a sigh of relief.
But look at the result. Direct hit, and Ryan takes first.
There you go, just enough. I mean, you're missing out on a lot of points there, but I think you're happy to go home with just 12 on that one. That's Sashimi with, let me get the actual names here. Ryan taking home 22.8. Jason taking home 12 points even. Ricky losing 7.7. And Adriel losing 27.1. Definitely well played from all these players tonight. And if we can get one last update on that scoreboard. It's been a little bit slow tonight. Tenno's been having a mood. I'm just saying. Today. Okay.
I imagine that we'll see some
there we go.
improvements around the board from this table.
That's right. Well, there it is. You can see it on your screen now. Ryan now getting above par with 20.2. Ricky with 91.8. Let me put the full standings up. There we go. And Jason slipping a little bit further into demotion there with a 147.8. Still,
well, we did pick up some points in that last game.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. They did walk away with, quite a few points. So definitely trying to turn things around here, for sure. Yeah, they're all kind of in the bottom half of the division right now, but again, they are just hitting the midpoint of the season. So really, there's anything still can happen.
Yeah, and that's super exciting in Armel. One of the nice things is no matter where you are in the division, there is always a reason to keep fighting. Something can always happen.
And Polt letting us know in the chat, he got hit by a Yakuman Roan last session, so he was definitely, that explains why he was fighting for those points. I'd definitely say you're in a good place though. Despite that Yakuman Roan, you're not falling into demotion just yet. So definitely plenty of time to turn things around.
Yeah, absolutely. After dealing into Yakuman, very likely that you find yourself in demotion range. But the fact that you're not there is quite promising.
Actually, I think that was my table where that
Oh yeah,
happened.
I
That
think
was
I
the
remember seeing
Kokashi.
seeing you had a clip of that
Right, that
because
was
you were
on.
streaming those games.
Yeah, that was on the Smallman stream. That's right. Yeah, that Kokashi. Man, I think and I was just shouting him out because he also is a streamer, so I put his shout out in as soon as I did that Yakuman. It's like the timing on that.
It was
You couldn't
wild.
script that any better.
Absolutely.
Well, it's getting kind of late here, and I think the game's starting to wind down for the night. So I think we'll call it there. Nathaniel, I know they can't really find you many places around the internet, but anything you want to plug?
Well, absolutely. Want to plug the stream for Wednesday. We will
Oh,
have
that's
our
right.
regular Wednesday broadcast. I will be streaming that with hopefully a bunch of interesting co-commentators. We always have interesting co-commentators on the Wednesday streams,
Oh yeah,
and it was a super busy night tonight. I'm gonna have to rewatch some of those games, but because I was playing in a couple of them, but
that's right.
we'll after that we'll go ahead and check out the Wednesday stream. It should be a fun one.
Oh yeah, indeed. And you can find me on twitch.tv/smaman. That's SMAMAN, the name you've seen on screen all night tonight. And yeah, well, I've been, it's a brand new channel, really kind of a side passion project of mine. It's been growing really nicely. So definitely thanks to the Mahjong community for helping me get there. Your support means a lot. I'll be streaming some Jong on Wednesday as well, not to compete with y'all or anything, but it's SegaNet, so it's going to be pretty dang crazy. Just saying.
I'll be
But
pulling double duty, streaming and watching yours then.
yeah, put both on. Like,
That's
people
right.
watch football like that, with the playoffs and everything these days. Yeah. Well, that'll be it for us tonight. Thank you all for watching Monday Night Ron, also known as Mangan Mondays, right here on ARML, twitch.tv/American Ricci. You can find all our socials there on screen, but until then, we'll see you soon. Good night.